Chapter 431. You're back. Du Mingyang stood up and asked Wang Ru, "Why are you here?" Wang Ru stared at him. "What are you talking about?" Wang Fenghua coughed. "Well, Dad, I want to talk to him," Du Mingyang said. "Uncle, I'll go out for a while." Wang Ru dragged Du Mingyang out. She did not drag him, but twisted him. Ouch, it should be painful, right? Wang Yao saw clearly that Du Mingyang's body trembled when Wang Ru dragged him out. It should be painful. They came to the alley. "Tell me, why are you here?" "I'm here to see Uncle and Aunt," Du Mingyang said with a smile. "Why didn't you tell me? If I told you, would you let me come?" You have a lot of excuses." Wang Ru stared at him and twisted him. "Ouch, ouch, it hurts," Du Mingyang said. "Xiao Ru, you're back." The neighbor passed by and looked at the two flirting young people with a smile. "Hello, Annie." "Hello, Annie." Du Mingyang also greeted her. "Hello. What are you asking?" "You're my elder. It's my duty to ask. Don't talk too much later. Act according to my signal. Okay?" "Okay," Du Mingyang said with a smile. The two of them went into the house. "Xiao Ru, come and help." Zhang Xiaoying asked Wang Ru to help in the kitchen. "I'll do it." Du Mingyang rushed over. "No, you go to the living room." Zhang Xiaoying pushed him out. Du Mingyang went back to the living room to talk with Wang Fenghua and Wang Yao. Wang Yao did not talk much, and his father even less. Du Mingyang was quite talkative and witty. When he was talking, Wang Yao had been observing him. "Well, I didn't see it last time." "What's wrong, Yao?" Du Mingyang found that the way Wang Yao looked at him was not right, so he asked hurriedly. This was his future brother-in-law. Why did his mother-in-law and father-in-law rely on him to communicate and say good things? He had to build a good relationship with him. "It's fine." Wang Yao smiled. "I heard from Xiao Ru that you open a clinic here." "Yes." "How's business?" "It's all right," Wang Yao replied with a smile. "Have you thought about going to the hospital?" "Hospital?" Wang Yao was stunned. "Yes." "Forget it. I'm not a professional." "Thank you," Wang Yao said with a smile. Because of the arrival of Du Mingyang, this meal was very different. At the dinner table, Du Mingyang winked at Zhang Xiaoying, and his words were appropriate. From time to time, he told a joke, the kind that was harmless, which amused Zhang Xiaoying. "Sis, are your eyes all right? Why are they always floating?" Wang Yao asked his sister with a smile. "You, Pa. What's wrong?" "Nothing, Auntie." My leg hit the table. The dinner lasted until 8 o'clock in the evening. "Uncle, Auntie, you can go back. It's so late. Be careful when you go back. Why don't you stay here?" Zhang Xiaoying asked. "No way." Du Mingyang still knew what was important and what to do. "Get out of here." Wang Ru approached him and said, gritting her teeth. "Hiss." Du Mingyang trembled. "Drive safe." Aye. He nodded his head and responded continuously. "Aya, where are the people in love?" Wang Yao sighed. "Sis, don't you go back with me? You have to go to work tomorrow." "I won't go. You can take me back tomorrow." "How about I pick you up tomorrow?" Du Mingyang hurriedly asked. "Hurry up." Wang Ru growled in a low voice. "Okay, I'll go right away." The car drove away quickly. "What's wrong with you? Why are you so rude to him?" Zhang Xiaoying was dissatisfied. Wang Ru didn't say anything. She went into her room and muttered as she walked. "He actually came here without my permission and dared to stay for dinner. How dare he?" "Sis, I think he's good," Wang Yao shouted outside. "Shut up and go back to practice on Nanshan Hill." "Ah ha ha." Wang Yao gave his parents a massage with a smile and went out to Nanshan Hill. Today's meal was indeed quite interesting. The next morning, he went down the hill early. After breakfast, he drove his sister to work in Lianshan County. "Hey sis, now that Mom and Dad are not here, you can tell me the truth. Do you like Du Mingyang or not? I think he's good and treats you well." Looking at his face, "I think he'll be a lucky man in the future," Wang Yao said. "You know how to read faces?" "More or less. Don't go too far. I think he's good." "Well, how should I put it? He doesn't make me feel attracted," Wang Ru said. "My dear sister, you are almost 30 years old. You still have feelings for him? Don't joke around. That's just a lie in TV shows and novels," Wang Yao said with a smile. "I'm dating him. Let's give it a try," Wang Ru said angrily. While they were talking, Du Mingyang's phone call came in. "What's up?" "I don't need you to pick me up. My brother will drive me." "Okay, I'll hang up if there's nothing else." You should be nice to him. He's a lady and gentle. It's not easy to have a man who likes you. Don't scare him away. Don't be a lady. Drive carefully. In the People's Hospital in Lianshan County, it was quiet in the ward. The patients were all lying in bed to rest. The one who accompanied the patient was also tired. He was lying in bed. Cough. The old man was lying in bed and coughed twice. He struggled to get up and wanted to drink some water. Coincidentally, the one who accompanied the patient went out. There was no one next to him. He put his hand on the edge of the bed and sat up. Phew! He took a deep breath. Drink some water. All of a sudden, his entire body fell to the ground without any warning, and he lost consciousness in an instant. What's going on? The family member who accompanied the patient hurriedly got up after hearing the sound. He saw the old man's head hit the ground, and his legs were still hanging on the bed. Uncle? Doctor? At this time, Li Maoshuang's cousin came over. When she saw her father on the ground, she was stunned. Hurry up and call the doctor. Come and help him. The family member who accompanied the patient next to the bed said. He didn't dare to help the old man just now. Ah, okay. The doctor hurried over. At this time, the old man had fallen into a coma. What's going on? He fell to the ground. His head hit the floor. Arrange for a brain CT scan immediately. The doctors immediately became nervous. The old man's situation was very dangerous. Now, he was in this situation. The tumor in his body had just been suppressed and limited the speed of its spread. Now he was kowtowing again. What's going on? Li Maoshuang and his cousin rushed over as soon as they heard the news. He fell to the ground when he got up this morning and kowtowed. Hey, hurry up and call Dr. Wang, Li Maoshuang's cousin said. He now had almost superstitious trust in Wang Yao. Why did you call him here? Nonsense, to save him. Wang Yao was in the car. He was about to go home when he received a sudden call from Li Maoshuang. What? Save him? Your uncle fell to the ground. Okay, I'll be there right away. Wang Yao hurriedly drove to the hospital. The old man had just been pushed out of the examination room. He was still in a coma. How is it, doctor? Cerebral hemorrhage, the doctor said bluntly. Is it serious? Wang Yao asked. It's very serious. This disease is very easy to cause sudden brain death. It's especially dangerous to get up early, especially in your father's situation. He already has cancer. It's even more dangerous. The son and daughter's faces became very pale. What's the matter with you? How could you leave my father alone in the room? I went out to get some water. Who knew? The woman also deeply blamed herself. It was her negligence that caused her father's current situation. Didn't Dr. Wang come? She asked subconsciously. Huh. The nurses who were taking notes were stunned. Dr. Wang? I don't remember there being a doctor with the surname Wang in this department. There are 2 nurses. I told Maoshuang to contact him. It will take some time even if he comes, the man said. It was useless to be angry now. Wang Yao hurried to the ward. The old man had just been pushed back not long ago. The nurse was giving him an 4-drip. Dr. Wang, Li Maoshuang's cousin saw him and hurriedly went forward to greet him. The nurse heard him and turned to look at Wang Yao. Why haven't I seen him before? Is he from another department? She was a little confused. What happened? He hit his head on the floor. He has cerebral hemorrhage. Cerebral hemorrhage? Chapter 432. Wang Yao was also stunned after hearing that. This was troublesome. The old man had a malignant tumor. Now, he had a very dangerous disease. It was not as simple as 1 + 1 = 2. As the saying goes, when the house leaks, it rains one after another, and when the ship leaks, the wind blows overhead. Let me take a look. Since Wang Yao came in, the patient's family members next to him had been staring at him. Wang Yao did not care so much. It was more important to save the old man. He carefully checked the old man. The situation was more serious than he thought. The blood vessels in the old man's head had not stopped rupturing. His skull is still bleeding, Wang Yao said bluntly. What should we do? The siblings were a little panicked. Find a doctor and ask them, Wang Yao said. He came in a hurry. He did not prepare medicine to stop the bleeding. Li Maoshuang's brother hurried to find a doctor in the department. Still bleeding? Who said that? The doctor asked with surprise. They actually knew about this situation and had already used the medicine. However, with the old man's current physical condition, They really didn't know how effective the medicine was. However, the family members shouldn't know about this situation because they didn't mention it just now. Well, I heard it from another doctor, Li Maoshuang's cousin said. Tisk, doctor? What doctor? Ah, it's your doctor. How should we deal with this situation? We've already applied medicine. Will it be effective? It's hard to say, Wang Yao said. In your father's situation, his body is already very weak. Now he has an acute disease. The situation is very dangerous. You have to be mentally prepared. Li Maoshuang's cousin did not say anything. When he came out, he did not look well. The doctor said that the medicine has been applied. Dr. Wang, can you think of another way? Okay, Wang Yao responded. In fact, he had been thinking. In this situation, he needed medicine with quick effect and few side effects. Of course, licorice roots were the best choice. However, among the dozen licorice roots he had now, none of them could stop bleeding. There were records in the catalog of magic herbs. Zhulan, stop bleeding and reduce swelling and muscle growth. However, the old man's condition was very special and needed to be considered comprehensively. Even if he had the licorice roots, would have a negative impact on his other disease. For a moment, he really couldn't think of any good ideas. Well, I'll go back and think about it, Wang Yao said. There was not much use for him to stay here. Oh, okay. Before leaving, Wang Yao left behind 2 9-herbs pills for emergency use. As soon as he walked out of the ward, he heard someone calling him from behind. Dr. Wang. He turned around and saw that it was another patient's family member. Hello, what can I do for you? Well, can you take a look at the old man's illness? I'm sorry, Wang Yao said. Well, I can pay the follow-up fee, the man said anxiously. I'm really sorry. I have something else to do. Wang Yao turned around and left. I'll send you off. Li Maoshuang followed behind. Well, Li Maoshuang walked Wang Yao to the door of the hall downstairs. Is my uncle's condition very dangerous? Very dangerous, Wang Yao said bluntly. It can happen at any time. Yes, you have to be mentally prepared. Oh, thank you. Okay. Wang Yao returned to the car and did not rush to drive. Instead, he took out the book Treatise on Miscellaneous Diseases from the grid of the system. When he was in the hospital, he remembered that he had seen a case of intracranial hemorrhage treated by acupuncture and medicine in this medical book. Found it. A woman vomited, sweated profusely, and felt cold. Her hands and feet were not flexible. She was fed with a decoction and supplemented with acupuncture. After 7 days, the symptoms gradually disappeared. Gentian grass, purple salvia miltiariza, chene gentian, date kernel, antelope horn, blood vine. There was a detailed record of the prescription and the acupuncture points to be used. This prescription, Wang Yao was a little hesitant. Some of the herbs in the prescription were slightly stronger. The patient in this case was only in her 30s or 40s. Her body was still strong, completely different from the old man who had a malignant tumor. There was no comparison. I'll go back and think about it. On the way back, Wang Yao was also thinking about this matter. This was the most difficult disease he had encountered so far. In the People's Hospital of Lianshan County, the nurse who had given the old man an 4-drip felt that something was not right. She told this matter to the head nurse. How old is Dr. Wang? Well, he's quite young. He looks less than 30 years old. Do you think it's possible to be a doctor in our hospital under 30 years old? Nowadays, it was not easy to get a postgraduate student in a small county hospital. It also reflected that it was not necessarily easy to find a job by studying medicine. That's what they all call him. It shouldn't be his first time here, the young nurse said. Oh, okay, I see. The head nurse mentioned the situation to the old man's attending doctor. When the attending doctor heard this, he immediately associated the old man's illness with the sudden improvement of the old man's illness. This can't have anything to do with him, right? To be honest, they were well aware of their own standards. With their ability, the probability of wanting to improve the condition of a patient with advanced cancer was basically the same as going out to step on dog poop or winning the lottery. Do you know the doctor's background? I don't know. Okay, I see. Tell the nurse to be careful. Let me know when that person comes next time. Oh, okay. Is he an expert or a liar? The doctor whispered to himself. Oh, I know. He arranged for the nurse to call the patient's family to his office. Are you looking for me, Dr. Sue? Yes, I have something to ask you. You have to tell me the truth, Dr. Sue said. Go ahead. Did you find a doctor from outside to treat you? Dr. Sue stared at Li Mao Shuang's cousin when he asked the question. He did not expect to be called in to ask about this matter. No, how is that possible? He denied it at once. Who would admit it? If he asked a doctor from outside to treat a patient in the hospital, he could not say it even if he did. Think about it. Once he said it, he would betray Dr. Wang. At the same time, he would leave a very bad impression on the doctors here. This showed that he did not trust them. Only a fool would offend both sides. Really? Absolutely not. Well, you can go back first. Doctor, what about my father's illness? We're trying to find a way. The classic answer was the same. You have to be mentally prepared. Okay. Phew. After leaving the office, he was a little relieved. He was lying just now. There must be such a doctor who treated his father's illness. Maybe the doctor made the old man's condition improve incredibly. I must find a way to get to know such a person. Being able to make such an incurable disease better meant that the existence of the doctor was amazing. He had to find a way to get to know him. There was an amazing person lying in the ditch. After leaving the hospital, Wang Yao did not drive back to the mountain village. Instead, he drove to Zhou Wui's place. Dr. Wang? Hello. Hey, come in and have a seat. The old man's complexion was slightly better than a few days ago when they met. Looks like you're getting better. Yes, I feel a little better. After entering the room, Wang Yao saw a book of Huangting Jing on the table. It was open and upside down on the table. Have you started to read it? Yes. How do you feel? To be honest, I can't really read it, the old man said. His temperament had always been impatient, and the martial arts he chose to practice were based on the overbearing Xingyi and Baji. How could he change his temperament so easily? Don't worry. It has to be done step by step, Wang Yao said with a smile. Let me take a look at you first. He checked the old man, continued to give him the medicine. He took out the blood deblicking powder and fed him a small cup. Then, he waited quietly by the side. Half an hour later, he began to massage the acupoints, focusing on the various acupoints and meridians in the chest, abdomen, and back. He rubbed, pressed, pushed, and patted. The nashi was injected into the old man's body. It was like the spring wind and rain. After a while, Zhou only felt that his whole body was warm and very comfortable. How do you feel? Comfortable, really comfortable. Dr. Wang, tell me the truth. Can my illness be cured? Asked Chening. Yes. Chapter 433. As long as you cooperate with me, Wang Yao said with certainty. Regarding Zhou Wui's illness, he was still quite confident. Although several conditions had been put together, he had encountered and solved all of them before. What he had accumulated was not only experience, but also confidence. The toxins in his body were not as strong as the yang toxins in Sun Yunqing's body. Although his meridians were blocked and disordered, they were not as atrophied as Su Xiaoshui's meridians. He had been able to gradually treat Su Xiaoshui's and Su Xiaoshui's diseases. Moreover, he was a martial arts practitioner. Although he was old, his body was even comparable to a young man before he was injured. Okay, I believe you, the old man said with relief. I'll go first. Zhou Xiong walked Wang Yao to the door. How long will it take to cure my uncle's illness? A month, Wang Yao said. Okay, thank you. What about the consultation fee? I'll send it to you later. Okay. After leaving the clinic, Wang Yao drove home. In the People's Hospital of Lianshan County, the old man lying on the hospital bed was gradually breathing weakly. Dad. His children anxiously called out by the bedside. They didn't dare to speak too loudly. Why is there no response? They were very anxious, but there was no good way to treat him. Should we call Dr. Wang? Why should we call him? He just left a few hours ago. If there was a way, he wouldn't have left, Li Mao Shuang's cousin said. It's all my fault. His sister's eyes were red. She had just cried. This is our father's life. It was useless to blame anyone now. They couldn't save the old man or alleviate his pain. They had no other choice but to stay by the hospital bed. They couldn't transfer him to another hospital. Maybe he would die on the way. Waiting was anxious and long, especially such a wait. The old man let out a soft hum and opened his eyes. "Dad, you're fine." "Yes." The old man heard his children's call and responded magically. He opened his eyes and carefully looked at his children by the bed. He wanted to say something to them, but he didn't have the strength. It's time to go. He could feel that he had reached the end of his life. He didn't want to leave either. He wanted to see his grandchildren and talk to them. He heard a voice. It was the voice of his deceased wife. He even saw her face right in front of him, smiling at him. "I'm here to accompany you." Sigh. The old man closed his eyes. "Dad, Dad, Dad." Li Maoshuang's cousins shouted anxiously. "Medicine, medicine, where is the medicine?" He hurriedly took out the 9 herbs pill that Wang Yao had left behind, dissolved it in the water, and fed it to the old man. "Dad, Dad, wake up." "Who's calling me?" The voice sounded very familiar. However, his eyelids were extremely heavy, and he couldn't open them no matter how hard he tried. "Let's go." Leaving is also a kind of release. There's no need to suffer this kind of torture anymore. He saw light again. There were also blurry figures moving around. The doctor heard the commotion and rushed over to save him. Then he closed his eyes again. There's one more. He dissolved the other 9 herbs pill into water and fed it to the old man. "What did you give him?" the doctor next to him asked. "Medicine, life-saving medicine." The light reappeared in front of him. He also saw the blurry figures clearly. They were his children and the doctor. Dr. Su took a deep breath. Isn't this too evil? For people in his line of work, especially in his department, the death of patients was not a common occurrence, but it was close to the point where it was almost the case. There were all kinds of signs under which conditions patients were likely to die, just like the old man just now. In that situation, if it had been in the past, there would have been no need to save him. They would have just given up. However, the old man was saved again. This was not scientific. Su Yangon was speechless. What was going on? Could it be that Dr. Wang again? The old man was pulled back from the hands of death. Of course, he could be taken away at any time. The old man was dying. This time it was real. The old man's face was more radiant, which was somewhat unreal. "I'm leaving," he said weakly. "Dad, don't cry. It's also a kind of relief for me to leave." The old man said a few words to his children weakly. He also called the names of his grandchildren, but they were not in front of him. They are on their way here. Seeing that the old man was not in good condition, they called their families to tell them. They would hold on and wait a little longer. Not long after, the ward was filled with people. The old man's descendants had all gathered here. Those who could rush over had all rushed over. The old man's gaze swept across the faces of these juniors one by one. He softly muttered their names. In this short period of time, he was very clear-headed. He had not been so clear-headed in the past few years. Gone. The old man closed his eyes. His face was peaceful. "Dad! Grandpa! Grandpa!" The room was filled with cries. People had passed away. The old man on the hospital bed next to him seemed to be affected. His breathing became a little rapid. "Dad!" The son who accompanied the old man on the bed was frightened. He hurriedly called the doctor. "There's no big problem for the time being," the doctor said after a careful examination. He looked at the family members of the patients whose children were crying. He wanted to say something, but he swallowed the words that were about to come out of his mouth. At this time, it was good to let them cry for a while. "What? Gone?" the doctor asked. "Yes, gone. I've seen him. He looks kind. Thank you. About the medical fee. We'll talk about it later. You go about your business first," the doctor said. "Oh, okay," the doctor said. Task: face stubborn diseases. Pharmacist: dare to face any stubborn diseases. Even if you are not strong enough, you have to try your best. Treatment of malignant tumors: reduce the patient's pain and prolong the patient's life. Reward: a pack of herbal seeds. It was done. This was an unexpected surprise. In fact, thinking about it carefully, the old man's death was also a kind of relief for him. Seeds, there's a pack of seeds. What is it this time? The golden cup and silver platform. Gone, but not guarded. Stop bleeding and relieve pain. Dredge the meridians and remove blood stasis. With the herbal seeds, he chose a suitable place in the herbal field to plant them. There was one more licorice root. Good thing. Although the old man had left, the process of the treatment was very meaningful. It made Wang Yao realize how terrible his current ability was. The malignant tumor was not a peak that could not be climbed. The difficulties could be overcome. If the old man did not go, if the treatment continued, would there be more unexpected possibilities? Everything was ifs. Unfortunately, there were not so many ifs. Okay, he locked the door of the clinic and went home. The fragrance of the dishes went from the room to the alley. Why are there other people? Haha, are they laughing happily? Wait a minute. Wang Yao turned his head and looked at the car not far from the entrance of the alley. Oh my again. He opened the door. Yao is back. Du Mingyang asked with a smile. Hello. Come, have some tea and try it. It's Zhongshan Xiaozhong. I asked a friend to bring it back from the south, Du Mingyang said. Okay, thank you. Wang Yao smiled and took the teacup. The tea was very mellow. It was good tea. Of course, it was not comparable to his. Uncle, drink it. Okay, I'll help Auntie. No, you can stay here. Ah, it's really difficult to be a son-in-law. Wang Yao secretly sighed. Hey, didn't you call my sister? No, she's at work. Why don't you go to work? I asked for leave. As a result, in the evening, Wang Ru came back in a hurry. Dude, do you still want to live? Lady, be a lady. Tell me, what's the reason this time? I asked a friend to bring some tea back from the south, Wang Ru said. I specially brought it for Uncle to taste. What tea? De Hongpo from Wui Mountain? No, Zhongshan Xiaozhou. It's a famous tea. Hurry up and leave. Okay, I'll go in and tell Uncle and Auntie, Du Mingyang said. No need to say anything. Xiao Du. Hey, Annie, I'm here. Come in and eat. Okay. Du Mingyang rushed directly into the house. His movements were as fast as an ape. After eating and chatting, he went back to town. Wang Ru stayed at home. Sister, I think he really cares about you. He's a good person. You should hurry up and marry him, Wang Yao said. Hey, who are you in cahoots with? Look, in the past few years, you've had a lot of blind dates, Wang Ru said. 99% of people like you, but you don't like them. Hey, sister, are you still thinking about your first love? Chapter 434. Love my ass. What does it have to do with my head? Well, stop bickering. I think Du is a good boy. Zhang Xiaoying expressed her opinion. Mom, did he bribe you? I'm your biological daughter, aren't I? Don't talk nonsense with me. He has you in his heart. You have to cherish him. I'll give him a call later and ask if he's home yet. Okay. Du Mingyang was going upstairs when he received his mother's call. Have you arrived home? The voice on the phone was gentle and full of care. What the hell? Du Mingyang was so excited that he almost threw his phone away. Yes, I have arrived. Go to bed early. Come and pick me up tomorrow if you're free. Okay. Yeah. Us commoners are really happy today. The next morning, he came to the mountain village early and had breakfast at Wang Yao's house. Wang Ru cooked ordinary noodles, but Du Mingyang ate 3 big bowls. Is it that delicious? It's delicious. The food you cooked is delicious. Wang Yao went to the clinic after he went down the hill. After treating 2 patients, Sun Zhengrong and his son came. Sun Yuqing's condition was very good. If he was optimistic, the problem would be solved after a week of treatment. Moreover, he discovered an unexpected change. His body was recovering. It was not the illness, but the foundation. The terrible yang toxin was like a fire burning through the forest, torturing the foundation of his body. The foundation that was damaged and riddled with holes was recovering. Those cracks and holes were healing. Hiss! What was the reason? Medicine. He had only used 1 dose of regather soup, so it could not have such an effect. Neishi? After thinking about it, it should be because of the unique and pure Neishi. What's wrong, Dr. Wang? Sun Jingrong asked softly when Wang Yao did not speak for a long time. Good news. Wang Yao said, his damaged foundation is recovering. This means... Sun Jingrong was stunned when he heard this. He immediately understood the meaning of Wang Yao's words. This meant that his son's life might be prolonged, and it was very likely that he would continue to pass on the Sun family's bloodline. Yes. Thank you so much. All right, let's start the treatment. All right. During this treatment, Wang Yao tried to explore Sun Yunxing's body with his Neishi. Neishi was actually a part of his body. Feng Men, do you, Ishi? The Neishi poured in like rain after a long drought. His phew. The treatment only ended at noon. All right. After giving some instructions, Sun Jingrong and his son left. After leaving the clinic, Sun Jingrong said to his son, I have some matters to attend to. I'll let old Lin accompany you during this time. Ah, okay. You don't have to worry. You must pay attention to Dr. Wang's instructions. This time, you must not let all your previous efforts go to waste. Dad, don't worry, Sun Yinxing said. I've been through life and death. After going through life and death once, many things were seen clearly. In fact, he was somewhat influenced by Wang Yao. Recently, he had been reading some classics of Taoism. His mood had become much calmer, which was obviously very beneficial to his recovery. Well, okay, his son's condition had recovered, and he had become more mature and sensible. This made Sun Jingrong even more happy. Let's go. Okay. They went to look around the newly built house in a mountain village. Not bad. Sun Jingrong nodded. It's quite good. The materials they used were naturally the best. That was to say, after the house was built, they could move in a few days. They did not have to travel back and forth when the weather was cold. In the afternoon, Wang Yao received 2 patients, both of whom had headaches. At around 3 p.m., Tian Yuantu drove to the clinic. I've chosen 2 opening times for the Charity Foundation. Take a look. You can choose one and tell everyone. Wang Yao glanced at it and said. He did not care. He had plenty of time. Let's choose the 6th. The opening time is 9:08 a.m. Okay. Looking at your complexion, it seems that you have been a lot more relaxed recently, Wang Yao said. In these few contacts, he found that Tian Yuantu's mood was relaxed. He was not as tense as before. There was always a comfortable smile on his face. Yes, the company is operating normally. I also hired a management team with a high salary. I don't have to worry so much anymore. To tell you the truth, I plan to rely more on the foundation and do more charity work, Tian Yuantu said with a smile. That's good. Hey, there's one more thing you don't know. What is it? Zhou Xiong is in love. Wang Yao was stunned. With the people here? Yes, you know the woman. I know her. Yes, you once saved her life, along with the child in her womb. After hearing what he said, Wang Yao remembered. He did have an impression of the pregnant woman. That night, he almost bumped into her. Later, he was bumped into by Zhou Xiong. At that time, she was already 5 months pregnant. She almost had a miscarriage in the hospital. He used a prolongation pill to save the child in her belly. That woman should have a child, right? Yes, she has already given birth. What about Brother Zhou? Haha, you haven't seen him. I saw that he was very busy and happy. Good. Wang Yao said with a smile. I hope I can attend his wedding banquet soon, Wang Yao said. Zhou Xiong was a real man and a good friend. This was his evaluation of him. After seeing off Tian Yuantu, Wang Yao was not in a hurry to go home. He opened the system panel in the clinic. His experience bar was almost full. He had completed several tasks. The main reason was that he had treated a lot of patients during this period, especially in the mountain village in Qinzhou, where there was an epidemic. He had treated almost all the people in the village, which gave him a lot of experience and exchange points. I'm going to level up. He was very happy. After leveling up, he could further learn acupuncture, which he had been thinking about for a long time. In the evening, Wang Yao's uncle came to visit him. He drove a brand new car. He had resigned from his original unit and was going to start a small business, making barbecue. Wang Yao felt that it was not very reliable. I asked my friends, if it's good, I can make more than 200,000 yuan a year. It's better than working in the factory every day and night, and I have to look at people's faces every day, his uncle said. He only heard that people were making money, but he did not see the suffering. Wang Yao's younger brother was now in junior high school. He would take the high school entrance exam next year. It was time for him to use money. Well, you think about it carefully. Wang Fenghua did not say anything more. Wang Yao felt that all of his uncles were reliable. He did not know whether his third uncle, who was in Tian Yuantu's company, had restrained himself a little recently. Don't drink when you drive. Don't drink too much. It's cold outside now and it's night. There are no traffic police on the road. That won't do. I don't let you drink to avoid the traffic police. It's not safe to drink. Wang Fenghua directly asked Wang Yao to put away the wine. He did not drink. Okay, then I won't drink. After dinner, Wang Yao's uncle chatted for a while at home. The content of the conversation was mainly about his barbecue business. It was almost 8 p.m. when he drove away. Call me when you go home. Okay, got it. I don't think it's optimistic about my uncle's business, Wang Yao said. He only thought about making a fortune. He did not think about the difficulties he might encounter. I've rented an apartment. Come with me some other day to see how the place is. Okay, Wang Yao said. Let's go tomorrow. Wang Fenghua thought about it, but was still not assured. Okay. The next morning, Wang Yao drove his father to Lianshan County. He did not tell his uncle. He drove around and found the apartment he rented according to the place his uncle told him last night. Is it here? Yes, my uncle's car is still there. Let's go down and have a look. The apartment was not big. It was just a storefront with 2 rooms inside and outside. It could be used after some simple cleaning. His uncle had bought some barbecue equipment and was busy preparing it. Hey, why are you here? Come on in. Chapter 435. Wang Yao and his father didn't stay there for long. This business is not good. This was Wang Yao's first thought. First of all, the location he chose was not good. People who did business would choose a better place and even ask a master to take a look. The so-called prosperous shop and prosperous land were sometimes quite strange. In some places, any business could make money, while in some places, any store could lose money. The place his uncle chose was a bit remote and unlucky. Wang Yao knew feng shui. Now he could communicate with heaven and earth and was very sensitive to the qi around him. The qi flow here was not smooth, which made him feel uncomfortable. Secondly, character. In fact, this was the most important thing. He knew his uncle's character. He was a typical hot-blooded person. In the factory, he had to change his job after 3 years. This was probably the reason why he couldn't continue working in the factory. He couldn't settle down and lacked persistence and meticulousness. If the business just started to make money, it would be fine. If no one came as soon as it opened, it was estimated that it would be closed in 3 months. His uncle insisted that they stay for dinner together, but Wang Fenghua refused. I think he's fooling around. This was Wang Fenghua's comment after getting in the car. Well, I think so too. The father and son's opinions were very consistent. The father and son returned home. In the distance, Wang Yao saw a car parked next to the clinic. There was more than one person. Someone came to see the doctor? Yes, it should be. Okay, hurry up. Okay. The patients who came were all for a follow-up visit. One was a middle-aged woman with a headache. At least half of the patients who came to see the doctor had a headache. It was the kind that was not easy to treat and check with Western medicine in the hospital. It was relatively easy for Wang Yao to treat. Some of them could be treated with a massage with neishi without medicine. You're fine. It's cold in winter. Pay attention to keeping warm. Don't just think about your head. Your feet are also very important. Oh, okay. The woman smiled. She spent more than 400 yuan to cure the headache that had tortured her for several years. Naturally, she was very happy. The second patient was the little boy who came a few days ago. There were parasites in his stomach. Looking at him now, his complexion seemed to be much better. At the very least, his complexion was rosy and his eyes were shining. How is it? Well, after taking the medicine you prescribed, he had 3 or 4 bowel movements a day for the first 2 days and excreted a lot of parasites. On the 3rd day, I didn't see any parasites in his bowel movements. These 2 days, he likes to eat, and his stomach doesn't hurt anymore. Can you please check again? Sure. Wang Yao gave him a try. The worms haven't been completely eliminated yet. How about this? I'll prescribe another medicine for you to take for 2 more days, Wang Yao said. All right. The woman took the prescribed medicine and left happily with the child. In the emergency department of Lianshan County. Ouch, doctor, slow down. Oh my God. Pan Jun was dumbfounded. The patient in front of him was emitting a foul smell. When he lifted his clothes, his upper body was full of ulcers. They were all suppurating and festering. Moreover, there were snake scale-like ringlets on his arms. This was the first time he had seen such a disease since he came to the emergency department. He had seen malignant sores before, but they were not this serious. It's so serious. Why didn't you come to the hospital for treatment until now? I've been at other hospitals, but I had no choice. Last night, my whole body felt like it was on fire. I couldn't stand it anymore, the man said. This person had been to hospitals in Wei City, Dao City, the provincial capital, and other big hospitals. Some famous doctors had prescribed him some medicine for his strange illness. It was effective when he took it, but suddenly he had a relapse. This time, he had no choice but to come to the People's Hospital in Lianshan County. He couldn't stand it anymore. In fact, he almost fainted on the way to the hospital. Hey, be gentle. Ouch. Go to the dermatology department. Pan Jun gave him a simple treatment. After going through the procedures, he watched the screaming man leave. This disease might be contagious. We can't treat it here. You should go to a big hospital. The doctor in the department saw the situation and directly refused to accept him. Was this a joke? He was well aware of his own capabilities. The ulcers were serious, and he had a skin disease. He had never seen such a patient. How would he treat it? No, you could give me pain relief. Now, he felt like he was soaked in boiling water. It was extremely painful. Painkillers have been given to you in the emergency department. No. How can a hospital refuse to treat a patient? No, our medical facilities are limited. I suggest you go to a big hospital to avoid delaying your disease. Okay, it was just a simple treatment. Basically, he went back the same way he came. Go to Wei. The car drove him all the way to the People's Hospital in Wei. TSK, have you been here before? The doctor actually had a good impression of this patient. Yes, I've been here before. Didn't you prescribe medicine? No. It didn't have much effect. Stay in the hospital for treatment. Okay, just like that. He stayed in the hospital in Wei, in the mountain village's clinic. Dr. Wang, after taking the medicine you prescribed, I feel much better, Lucien said. Lucien came all the way from Beijing. This time, he decided to stay in Beijing for 10 days to half a month. He wanted to cure the disease once and for all. At the same time, he told Wang Yao about his idea. Okay, I've been in the clinic recently. If you can come often, the treatment effect will definitely be better. Oh, okay. Wang Yao used miasma grass, glossy ganoderma, licorice, and several other herbs to make a dose of deworming powder for Lucien. He drank a small cup of it. Come and lie down. He used a massage technique to push the blood through the blood flow. The main effect was to accelerate the absorption and diffusion of the medicine. Lucien felt warm all over his body. Then his abdomen began to ache faintly. What's wrong? My stomach hurts. Bear with it for a while. This was one of the side effects of using miasma grass, and it was also the most obvious. This licorice root could kill all kinds of poisonous insects, but its medicinal properties were a bit overbearing. Ouch! Lucien, who was lying down, felt that his stomach at first was like being pricked by needles. Then it became like being twisted by knives. No, I can't stand it. I need to go to the toilet. It's outside. Turn right. After running a few steps, he felt a tumbling pain in his abdomen. His qi and blood surged up. Blurg. He vomited all the food he had eaten in the morning, followed by dark red blood. There was a special fishy smell. Phew, phew. He gasped for breath. This method of detoxification was very painful. After vomiting for a while, he cleaned up the scene and walked back to the room with light steps. Wang Yao stretched out his hand to try again. This is the reaction of detoxification. The pain is short-lived. I know. I can bear it, Lucien said. That's good. After resting for a while in the clinic, Lucien left. This relapse made him feel the same as Wei Hai. Health was more important than anything. He drove straight to the town center of Lianshan County and rented a house. He planned to stay there for a while to treat his illness. It was November 6th. Everything was good. He drove to Hike City early in the morning. Today was the opening ceremony of the Nanshan Charity Foundation. As a purely charitable organization, it was as rare as phoenix feathers and unicorn horns in Hike City. Those who could come that day were all there. They all knew each other and were all friends. Sun Jingrong heard the news from somewhere and also came. Congratulations, congratulations. Thank you. It was an auspicious day. Firecrackers sounded. At the table, they also made a preliminary plan. The first donation came from several people present. Some of it was to buy some winter clothes and school supplies for the children who went to school in the mountains. The rest was to be used for financial management. I'll go to Jia County in person, Wang Mingbao said. Do you miss Professor Wang? Haha. Establishing such an organization was a good deed. It was already past 4 p.m. when Wang Yao returned home. There was a car waiting outside the clinic. After parking the car, he hurried over. Are you Dr. Wang? Yes, it's me. Hello, are you seeing a doctor? Didn't you see the notice on the door that the clinic was closed? If I didn't come, would you have waited? I just came from Zhu. It's not easy to come, so I wanted to wait and see, the man in his 30s said. Okay, come in. Chapter 436. The man seemed to be very afraid of the cold. Although it was winter now, it was only the beginning of winter. It was not winter yet. It was so cold that he could not stretch out his hands. At that time, he was wearing a down jacket and a hat. His face was slightly pale with deep eye bags. His qi and blood were not strong, and his breathing was uneven. Please sit down, Wang Yao said. Okay, the man said. What's wrong with you? Wang Yao asked. I'm afraid of the cold, especially in winter, the man said. I don't dare to go out for 3 to 9 days. As soon as I go out, I feel cold in my limbs. Soon my whole body becomes cold. I'm so cold that I keep shivering. He was not confident enough to speak. His voice was weak. This was a symptom of qi deficiency. Normally, this disease appeared in women because men had strong yang. They were in their 30s, which was the prime of their life. Let me take a look at you, Wang Yao said. After checking, Wang Yao found that the man's qi deficiency was very bad. It was even worse than some weak women. You need to take supplements, Wang Yao said. I usually take supplements, the man said. How do you take supplements? Wang Yao asked. Drink ginseng wine and take Chinese medicine, the man said. In addition to supplements, you also need to exercise properly. Your blood vessels are unblocked, so your qi and blood can be strong, Wang Yao said. Life was about exercise. This was the truth. In addition to qi deficiency, Wang Yao also found that the man's viscera function was weak. His stomach was not good, which meant that his absorption was poor. Even if he ate some supplements on a daily basis, he would not be able to absorb much. Wang Yao gave him a supplement prescription. It was mainly based on tonics to consolidate the corporeity and add some herbs to increase yang. 1 course of treatment every 7 days. Exercise moderately and keep yourself in a good mood. Come back for a follow-up after taking the medicine. Okay, thank you. The man took the medicine and left. It was strange. How could he be so weak? This situation usually appeared in people who were seriously ill. His body was actually normal. It was just that the functions of his organs were slightly weak. This man's disease was slightly strange. In a hospital in Jing, Changhe, can you help me think of a way? How did you get this disease? Su Changhe asked with an unkind face. Well, I don't know, Su Changhe said. He looks good. Who knows? How long has it been? About 3 months? It's been 3 months. Why are you only here now? I was just embarrassed, so I tried some folk remedies, but the effect wasn't good. You are still looking for folk prescriptions? Su Changhe was even angrier. You didn't infect Xiao Mei, did you? It's hard to say. You bastard. Don't scold me. I didn't dare to tell her. Bring her to the hospital for a checkup immediately. Good. My illness? It's not easy. I'll think of a way. After all, I'm not very good at this. Oh, okay. After seeing his old classmate off, Su Changhe made several phone calls and consulted several classmates and friends in college. Yes, venereal disease, not me. Okay, thank you. After hanging up the phone, he let out a long sigh. You don't even know how rich you are anymore. Right, we can ask him. He thought of Wang Yao and hesitated for a moment before calling him. Dr. Wang, it's me, Su Changhe. Hello, Professor Su. Wang Yao was a little surprised. He didn't expect Su Changhe to call him. Well, I have a question to ask you. I don't dare. What is it? What? Venereal disease? Wang Yao subconsciously wanted to refuse this kind of disease. It was not that he couldn't treat it, but he didn't want to treat it. Sorry. Well, There may be one person who is innocent, Su Chang added. Let the innocent person do it, Wang Yao said after being silent for a moment. In a house in Jing, Xiao Mei, listen to me. Yu Chongyang, I really didn't expect you to do such a thing. The middle-aged woman, who was well-maintained, couldn't believe her ears after hearing this from her husband. Her husband, who she had always trusted, had done such a thing behind her back. It was very likely that he had brought this terrible disease to her. Xiaomei, calm down first. Go to the hospital first. Maybe you'll be fine. The woman turned and left. I'll go with you. No, stay away from me. I feel disgusted when I see you now, the woman said. With a bang, the woman slammed the door and left. Sigh. The man in the room regretted it very much. However, there was no such thing as regret medicine in the world. In the hospital, Su Chang's face was livid. It was very ugly. The examination report in his hand was crushed by him. Xiao Mei, the examination results show that you have been infected. Oh my God, the woman only felt that the world was spinning. How could this be? Tears flowed out uncontrollably. Hurry up and get treatment. Can it be cured? Yes, Su Chang said. In fact, this disease was very difficult to cure. Okay, do you need to be hospitalized? No, I've made an appointment with an expert. I'll take you to see him later. Okay, what about Chongyang? I don't want to see him now. Well, don't cry, Su Chang said. He took his old classmate to find a good colleague. After the expert read the examination report, the doctor frowned slightly and checked her body. Can I prescribe some medicine first? Okay, do you need to be hospitalized? Not for the time being. After taking the medicine, Su Changhe walked her downstairs. Don't worry too much. Take the medicine on time and come back for a checkup later. Okay, sorry to bother you. You're an old classmate. Don't mention it. Su Changhe didn't go back until he saw her drive far away. He went to the colleague again. Lao He, how is the illness of my classmate? There is no need to hide it between us. I'll tell you the truth. It's not optimistic. You see, there is pneumocytoma virus and spirochete pallidum. Both of them are not easy to treat. Fortunately, it is in the early stage, the expert said. How confident are you? I know you have successfully treated such patients. It is a single disease, and it is only clinically cured. It is easy to relapse after leaving the hospital. Okay, I'll have to trouble you. You are welcome. I will try my best. Okay, let's have dinner together tonight. No, thanks. Okay, see you at the old place. Okay. After Su Changhe returned to the office, he sat on the chair and looked outside. Damn it, he blurted out. In the mountain village, Wang Yao was looking into the distance on the hill. The sky had darkened. Tut! He turned and walked to the side of the hill. The dog followed him. At the corner of Nanshan Hill, there was a cliff. The height was more than 20 meters. It was very steep and looked like it was cut by an axe. Sanxian, do you think it will be okay if I jump from here? The dog didn't answer. It looked down and then looked up at its master as if it was looking at an idiot. Hey, what do you mean by that look? Let's go down the hill and have dinner. The next morning, the sun just rose. Wang Yao finished his usual practice on the top of the hill and then came to the edge of the cliff. He didn't know why he wanted to jump from here and have try. It could be said to be a challenge to the limit. Once the idea came into his mind, he wanted to have a try. It was the same reason why he suddenly wanted to see the sea when he passed by the beach and hike. Give it a try? He also wanted to try his limit now. Hiss! He took a deep breath. Then he jumped down. He was like a big bird, but he didn't fly. The wind was whistling in his ears. The ground was below. It was getting closer and closer. There were protruding rocks below. There was a boom. He landed at the foot of the mountain. The rocks under his feet were broken. He was fine. He only felt a slight impact. His chi and blood were surging. That was all. He looked up. He jumped down from more than 20 meters and was fine. He was not a human being now. Go up. He bent his body slightly. His nashi flowed like a river. He was like a goshawk. He soared into the sky. He jumped a distance of more than 10 meters. Then he felt a little lack of strength. He stepped on a slightly protruding rock and increased his strength again. Then he reached the top of the hill. Chapter 437. It was simple, easy, and very good. He turned around and went down the hill. After eating at home, He went to the clinic. Wang Yao only saw one person in the morning. It was an old man with a headache. I heard that you're the best at treating headaches, the old man said. That was what the old man said. Wang Yao became famous because of this when he worked in Pan May's Rena clinic. Now, he was getting more and more famous. The old man's headache was easy to treat. The massage with Naishi had an immediate effect. Ah, you really live up to your reputation, the old man said, giving him a thumbs up. You flatter me, Wang Yao said. I'll prescribe some medicine for you. You should be cured in 5 days. Okay, the old man said. The old man left with a smile. After leaving the clinic, her son, who had accompanied her, asked, Mom, is it really that magical? He felt that his mother's expression was a bit exaggerated. Of course, when I came here, my head was swollen and painful. Now I don't feel anything. I only feel warm and comfortable, the old woman said. That's good, the man said. He had come here to treat his illness. His first impression was that the doctor was very young. He was so young that he didn't look like a skilled doctor. It seemed that one couldn't judge a book by its cover. And Jane, go out? Where are you going? I'm going to another place to see a doctor, Su Chang has said. A doctor? Yes. It may cure your illness, Su Chang has said. Didn't the specialist I saw yesterday prescribe medicine? Yes, I talked to him. The treatment process may be long, and there will be relapses. Let's see another person, Su Chang has said. Okay, I'll drive. No, you have to take a plane. Plane? Where are you going? Hooching? No, hike. Hike? Yes, I know a friend there. His medical skills are quite good. Okay, let's go and have a look. Lu Xiaomei felt that her life was gloomy. Her husband, who had sworn to be loyal to her and would love her for the rest of his life, had an affair behind her back. He had contracted a terrible infection and passed it to her. I want to divorce him. Divorce? What about Lily? She's about to graduate, right? Well, I'll find a suitable opportunity to tell her about this. Doesn't she want to study abroad? I'm going to send her to the United States and accompany her there. Let's treat your illness first. I've already contacted him. All right. It was good to go out. He could treat it as a distraction. In the morning, Sun Yunxing came. This time, he was accompanied by a man who looked to be in his 50s. He had a medium build and was slightly plump. He had a kind smile on his face. Uncle Lin, sorry to trouble you. Sun Yunxing was very respectful to the old man who had followed his father to conquer the world. Don't say that, young master. Hey, you can't call me that. Just call me Yunxing. Young master sounds awkward to me. It makes me sound like a playboy, Sun Yunxing said. Okay, let's go. I'm curious too. I want to meet this Dr. Wang. Wang Yao was reading a medical book in the clinic when he heard a knock on the door. Please come in. The shout was neither loud nor soft. Even though it was separated by the inner room, it was clearly heard outside. Huh? The old man's eyes lit up. A master. What master? Nothing. He pushed the door open and entered. Some of the plants in the small courtyard had fallen leaves, but some were still green. It was half bleak and half spring. What an exquisite campus. Isn't it beautiful? I think it's more exquisite than the place where we live in Tao. Yes. As soon as he entered, the old man felt a difference. It was very comfortable, and it was not as cold as outside. Battle array? He thought of something. How could it be? Hello, Dr. Wang. Every time he saw Wang Yao, he was very respectful. Hello. Let me introduce you. This is Uncle Lin. Hello. Hello, Dr. Wang. Thank you. Uncle Lin looked at Wang Yao with a smile. He had lived most of his life. He had traveled extensively with Sun Jingrong and built a large foundation. He had seen countless people, but he could not see through this young man. It was hard to imagine that he had such ability at such a young age. Moreover, he didn't have the slightest bit of arrogance. He had also seen those so-called descendants of rich and powerful families. Among them, there was no lack of dragons and phoenixes with outstanding talent. However, they also had a kind of arrogance. They were born with arrogance, unlike the young man standing in front of him, who was calm and collected. Please come in. Wang Yao made a pot of black tea for them. After checking Sun Yunxing's pulse, his illness was further improved. The yang toxins in his body had been removed. His damaged foundation was also recovering. Let's go to the inner room and continue the treatment. Okay. It was a little cold in the room. Sun Yunqing's upper body was naked as he received Wang Yao's treatment. He inhaled like a dragon drinking water. He inhaled like spring rain, moistening all things. Sun Yunqing's back was usually red, and the rest was normal. It was amazing. The old man looked at him and exclaimed, "Neishi." He was very clear about this kind of thing, but he didn't expect that the young man in front of him not only had extraordinary medical skills, but also had such amazing cultivation. How old was he? Even if he started practicing in his mother's womb, it was impossible for him to have such deep skills. This was a legendary thing that had been lost. After the treatment, Wang Yao made a new medicine for him. The dosage can be increased appropriately. The dosage can be doubled. Okay. The old man took the medicine bottle. What is this? It's so cold. Sorry to disturb you. Okay, I won't see you out. In the morning, when Wang Yao was about to go home for lunch, a woman came with her son. "Hello, Dr. Wang. Please take a look at my son again." How do you feel these days?" "Much better. He likes to eat and has more energy." "I really have to thank you," the woman said. "Come on, let me take a look." She went into the room and carefully checked. "Well, it's okay. He's fine." I'm relieved," the woman said with a smile. "Pay more attention to your diet in the future, especially when you eat some fresh fruits and vegetables." "I'll remember." "Dr. Wang, are you free at noon? I'll treat you to lunch." "No, I've already talked to my family." "Thank you." Wang Yao hurriedly waved his hand. "Okay, goodbye." "Goodbye." In the afternoon, Tian Yuantu came again to discuss the matter of donating to the mountain village children. "I've talked to a brand company. They are willing to provide winter clothes for the children at a lower price and are willing to provide long-term support. However, there is a premise. They hope to promote it through the media." "Of course, that's not a problem," Wang Yao said with a smile. People had done a good deed. It was necessary for them to promote it properly. This was also considered as spreading positive energy. "Sorry to trouble you." Wang Yao was not as good as Tian Yuantu in doing these things. "Well, I happen to be free now. Wei Hai is with me." "Hey, what has he been busy with recently?" "He hasn't been here for a while. He went to the mountain village." "What?" "He went to see the children," Tian Yuantu said. "Haha. He doesn't care about the business anymore. He said that the business developed better when he was not there. He also wanted to take out a part of the money to give back to society." "Well, it's my duty," Wang Yao said. Ike was a seaside city. In fact, Lu Xiaomei had never been here. It was her first time here. The air was good. It was not as cold as Beijing. "Let's go." They decided to stay and hike for the night and go to see Wang Yao the next day. In the afternoon, Zhou Wui came to Wang Yao's clinic for treatment. To Wang Yao's surprise, he was accompanied by Zhou Xiong and a beautiful woman with a gentle face. "Jihua, this is the Dr. Wang I told you about. He saved you last time." "Hello, thank you. This is Sha Jihua, the pregnant woman. Do you remember her?" "Of course. I remember her," Wang Yao said. In fact, he still had a deep impression of her. In order to save her, he used the best medicine so far, the prolongation pill. Chapter 438. That pill had saved the child in her womb. "What baby?" asked Wang Yao. "A little girl," said Sha Jihua. "It's good to be a little girl," said Wang Yao with a smile. "Thank you," said Wang Yao. After chatting for a while, Wang Yao started to treat Zhou Wui. Wang Yao used the blood deblicking powder to massage the acupoints to straighten out and dredge the channels and collaterals after taking the medicine for about half an hour. Zhou Wui felt comfortable and warm all over his body. He felt like he was bathing in the warm sun or soaking in a comfortable hot spring. "It's so comfortable," said Zhou Wui. The feeling wouldn't disappear immediately after the treatment. It would last for a few hours and then slowly dissipate. After the treatment, Zhou Xiong wanted to invite Wang Yao to dinner, but Wang Yao declined. It was the weekend, a day for family reunion. "Maybe another day," said Wang Yao. "Okay, I'll treat you another day," said Wang Yao. In the afternoon, Wang Ru came back with a happy Duming Yang. He was still carrying a lot of things in his hands. As usual, he left after dinner. However, Wang Ru seemed to be more ladylike at the dinner table. "What's going on?" Wang Yao was not used to his sister's change. Du Mingyang left at 8 o'clock in the evening. When he left, Wang Ru talked to him for a long time outside. Sis, what's wrong with you? Asked Wang Yao softly after entering the room. What do you mean? Why are you so late-alike today? Is it so bad? Asked Wang Yao. Yes, but I'm not used to it, said Wang Yao. Come on, sit down. Let me take a look at you, said Wang Yao. No, said Wang Ru with her eyes wide open. Haha, I knew you were pretending, said Wang Yao. Shut up. Let me use the computer, said Wang Yao. What? Asked Wang Yao. It was a little cloudy in the morning. The north wind was strong. Su Changhe and Lu Xiaomei came to Lianshan from hike. Unlike the flat terrain of hike, Lianshan County was mostly hilly. Both sides of the road were mostly low mounds. The person you're talking about is in this small town. Well, to be exact, it's in a mountain village. In the mountain village? Yes, he is from a mountain village. I met him by chance. He cured a patient that I thought was incurable. Well, it should be 2 cases soon, Su Changhe said. I find it unbelievable. Really? Cars drove faster. On the roads here, there was no need to worry about big traffic jams like in Beijing. His mood seemed to have improved as well. After getting off the main road, they turned into the mountains. The newly built road was still very flat and spacious, unlike before when it was more difficult to pass by a car. We're here. The car drove into the village and stopped at the southernmost part of the village. The architecture is quite beautiful. Yes, you're good at this. After Lu Xiaomei got out of the car, she walked around the clinic. Wow, this is the design of a famous designer. She felt that the design style was somewhat familiar. Famous? Yes, the style of the Su school. Let's go inside and have a look. The small courtyard is not bad. As soon as they entered the courtyard, they saw all kinds of plants. Some of them had lost all their leaves, while others were still green. How is it? It's exquisite and classic. The woman praised without hesitation. This design style, well, it's worth learning and referencing. Hello, Dr. Wang. Hello, Professor Su. Huh? Lu Xiaomei was stunned. She never thought that her old classmate would take her all the way here to see such a young man. A young man who looked very comfortable. After sitting down, Su Changhe briefly introduced the situation. He did not hide anything. He had to explain things to treat patients. Let me have a look. Wang Yao carefully checked Lu Xiaomei. In fact, this disease was also a kind of poison. Since it was a poison, it was relatively easy to treat. There were several licorice roots in his herbal field that had the effect of detoxification. How is it? It's not a big problem, Wang Yao said. Phew, that's good. Su Changhe gently sighed with relief. It's not a big problem. Lu Xiaomei was a little surprised. Since she knew she had this disease, she had secretly checked a lot of information. After all, her body was her own. All the information showed that this disease was very difficult to cure. Moreover, she had 2 diseases together. Unexpectedly, it was such a reply. It was not a big problem. It seemed very easy. Was he a real talent or a flashy liar? Professor Su, how long are you going to stay here? Well, will the treatment take a long time? I'll prepare a few decoctions for her to take first, but she will need to come back for a checkup after a while, Wang Yao said. We can stay here for a few more days, Su Changhe thought and said. Okay, I've understood the situation. I'll come to pick up the decoctions tomorrow. Okay, Dr. Wang, can I ask you a question? Lu Xiaomei asked. Go ahead. Who designed this clinic? A professor. Professor, can you tell me his name? He's from Tongji University. His surname is Lu. It's really him. Lu Xiaomei suddenly understood. No wonder she felt the architectural style of this small clinic was very familiar. It turned out to be that person. Professor Lu? The famous one? Su Changhe asked in surprise. Yes, that's him. How do you know him? He came here to see a doctor, Wang Yao said. Oh. Lu Xiaomei's expression was calm, but she was quite surprised in her heart. It seemed that this young doctor did have some skills. Otherwise, Professor Lu would not have come all the way here to see a doctor. Of course, she did not know that it was just a coincidence that Wang Yao treated her. We'll go back to Lianshan County first. Okay, come to pick up the decoctions tomorrow afternoon, Wang Yao said. Okay, thank you. After the 2 left, Wang Yao immediately boasted of the system. System, Is this patient's disease a difficult-to-treat disease? Yes, that's right. Very good. Also, he remembered that there was a record of venereal disease in treatise on miscellaneous diseases. A scholar with the surname Sue. He liked to drink and escort prostitutes. He contracted venereal disease and developed ulcers. He took decoctions orally with acupuncture and stone for more than 3 months. His body gradually recovered. This was a medical case of a successful treatment of venereal disease. Sephora flavescens, Tuckahoe, and Tawerki below was a set of prescriptions. This prescription can be used as a reference. The woman's disease was still in the early stage and had not developed. It was the best time to treat her. He used the herbs and treatise on miscellaneous diseases as the basis and added 2 licorice roots, Bajiatong and Lingshanji. One could clear away heat and detoxify, and the other could disperse evil and expel evil. He had all the common herbs that he needed to use here. Today, he stood in the courtyard and looked up at the sky. Tomorrow is fine. Thousands of miles away in Bingzhou, Long Yunfei held the railing of the balcony and looked out of the window. He could now walk a certain distance with the help of something. After returning from Hike City, he could feel his legs again. The next day, he could move his toes. Since then, he was getting better and better. Now, he could stand up and walk a few steps. Although it was cloudy outside, he was in a very good mood. It would not take long for him to be able to walk around. He did not need to be pushed anymore. These days, the days when he could not walk were extremely torturous for him. However, it was also a kind of exercise. He read a lot of books and even published a few very insightful and professional articles in some professional journals. He picked up the profession that he had thrown away and had time to spend with his family. It was a blessing in disguise. As for taking revenge on Wang Yao, he had thought about it before. Now it was completely gone. Some people could not be enemies with. In Jing City, it was the second snowfall after winter. It was not heavy. Su Xiaoxue was in the courtyard. She looked up at the sky and let the snowflakes fall on her face. It was cold. Miss, let's go back to the house. It's too cold outside. No, I'm wearing a lot. I want to stay here for a while, Su Xiaoxue said with a smile. The servant hurriedly took out a coat from the house and put it on Su Xiaoxue. Your body is just right. Don't catch a cold again. Annie, what do you think the Great Wall looks like now? Chapter 439. I'll take you there. A young man with a bright smile on his face was standing outside the door. He was looking at the beautiful woman in the snow. Zhenghe. The beautiful woman's smile was like a flower, like a painting, and the most moving. Let's go. I'll take you to the Great Wall to see the snow. Guo'er gently walked to Su Xiaoxue's side. No need. Don't you have to work today? Su Xiaoxue asked with a smile. I'm fine. I asked for leave. Let's go. I'm just saying, Guo'er said. Where are you going? A charming woman came in from outside. Mom. Hello, Aunt. Zhenghe. Don't you have work today? Yes. I came here to see Xiaoxue, Guo'er said. Do you want to go to the Great Wall to see the snow? Song Ruiping smiled and smoothed her daughter's long hair. Her eyes were full of love. Su Xiaoxue just smiled. Auntie, since Xiaoxue wants to go, I'll take her there. Wait for a while. I've asked Dr. Chen to come. He'll be here soon. Okay. I haven't seen Dr. Chen for a while. Let's go inside. As soon as they entered the house, a hale and hearty old man walked over in the snow. Dr. Chen, Grandpa Chen. Hello, Xiaoxue. Zhenghe is also here, the old man said with a smile. His attitude towards the 2 young people was different. The beautiful girl was like half his granddaughter. She had been well-behaved and likable since she was a child. She was loved by the elders of his generation. As for Guo Zhenghe, he could only be regarded as ordinary. Come, let me take a look. The old man took Su Xiaoxue's pulse. Well, you're recovering well. I also feel that my body is getting better and better. What an unbelievable miracle. The old man sighed. I can move my arms and fingers slightly. As Su Xiaoxue spoke, she moved her arms and fingers gently. Although the movements were very slight, they were indeed moving. Good, good, good. The old man was very happy. When will Dr. Wang come to Jing again? I asked Chening to go there a few days ago, Song Ruiping said. He said he would come, but it would take some time. He hasn't set a specific time. Xiao Xue just said that she wants to go to the Great Wall. What do you think? Well, let's wait a little longer. It's very cold outside, Elder Chen said after a slight hesitation. Although her body was recovering at an astonishing speed, she had been ill for several years, and her foundation was still recovering. The cold and heat would eventually have some adverse effects on her body. Then don't go. Yes. Guo Zhenghe chatted with him for a while, then took his leave. Xiao Xue, give me a call if you want to go out. Sure, Su Xiao Xue said with a smile. Auntie, Elder Chen, I'll go back first. All right, drive safe. Zhenghe is very thoughtful, the old man said with a smile. Okay. Song Ruiping just smiled and didn't say anything. Xiao Xue, what's the unique aura in your body? What's going on? The old man asked. Yes, it's Neishi. Neishi? Where did it come from? Although he didn't practice martial arts, he had seen this kind of thing before. It was just that the Neishi in the girl's body was mellow and gentle. It was not as overbearing and fierce as those he had seen before. Dr. Wong taught me. Dr. Wong? Dr. Wong? The old man asked in surprise. He taught you kung fu? Song Ruiping was also very surprised. Her daughter hadn't told her about it. How is that possible? Mom, I was still lying in a hospital bed when Dr. Wong came a few times. How could I learn kung fu? He taught me some scriptures. Scriptures? Both Elder Chen and Song Ruiping were stunned. Yes, Taoist scriptures, Su Xiaoxiu said. I had nothing to do when I was lying in bed, so I read them silently over and over again. Then, a trace of Neishi was produced. The last time Dr. Wong came, he found it and told me how to guide it. No wonder you've been reading Taoist scriptures these days. This is your opportunity, Elder Chen said. Taoist Neishi is something that can only be encountered but not sought, Song Ruiping said. Elder Chen, does it have any adverse effect on Xiao Xue's body? No. Taoist health is very good, Elder Chen said. Taoist Neishi is mellow and gentle. It can regulate the body and dredge the blood vessels. It is almost beneficial and has no harm. Dr. Wong is really a genius. Yes, Song Ruiping said. She found that when her daughter mentioned Wang Yao, her eyes were full of spirit. It was not as simple as pure admiration. She couldn't have fallen for him, could she? This thought made her a little worried. To be honest, Wang Yao was indeed a rare talent. Not to mention other things, his superb medical skills were more than enough for him to marry into the Su family. The key was that she had heard from Chening that Wang Yao seemed to have a girlfriend. She didn't want her daughter to have an unrequited love for him. Her daughter had been through a terrible injury. She wouldn't allow her daughter to be hurt again. But what if this thing really happened? What should he do? Ruiping? Yes, Elder Chen, Song Ruiping said. I have seen Xiao Xue's illness. I will go back first. Wait a moment, Elder Chen. Song Ruiping quickly took out a box of unpackaged tea from the back room. This is tea from the south. Have a taste. I know I like this. The old man took it and had a look. Oh, black tea. Good, good. He smiled and accepted it. He personally walked the old man to the gate of the courtyard. It was still snowing. Su Xiaoxue looked outside through the window. I wonder if it is cold over there. Is it snowing? It is really cold over there. The children don't even have a heater at school, Wei Hai said with a sigh. He had just returned from Jia County. No heater? The last time Wang Yao went there, he didn't study. Yes, it has been snowing in Qinzhou a few days ago. It is -5 degrees. The house is very cold. No. How can it be without a heater? Is it easy to modify? How would I know? Well, let's make an appointment with Brother Tian this afternoon to discuss this matter. First, we will send warm winter clothes to them. Then, we will think about how to solve the heating problem. Okay, it is really not easy for those children, Wei Hai said. This trip to Jia County had left a deep impression on him. I have decided to give at least 200,000 yuan a year to help those poor children, Wei Hai said. With his current status, this amount of money was really nothing. For those children, this amount of money was enough to improve the learning and living conditions of the children in the mountain village. Okay, Wang Yao responded. He also decided to give a part of the consultation fee to support those children every year. Hey, you don't know. I think their eyes are very clear. I brought some vacuum-packed seafood this time. Most of them have never seen it, let alone eaten it. Everyone has eaten a lot, Wei Hai said. I have already contacted the headmaster there. Every month, I will send vacuum-packed seafood to the children to supplement their nutrition, Wei Hai said. His expertise was in seafood farming and processing. Naturally, he was the best in this area. It was just a problem of the transportation link. It was easy to communicate. I plan to go there again in the near future. Okay, let's go together. Okay. Oh, by the way, there's one more thing. Has the road in the mountain village been repaired? It has been started. If the road is repaired, it will be a considerable improvement to their economic situation, Wei Hai said. Ming Bao said he will go there soon. I also met Ms. Han. She's a good girl. Let's get together today to discuss this matter. Okay. Several good friends got together again to discuss the matter of the children in the mountain village. This was the first time their foundation had done charity since it was established. They had to do it as perfectly as possible. Let's talk while eating. Okay. Several people carried out a detailed discussion and division of labor. Wang Yao, Wang Mingbao, Wei Hai, and Tian Yuantu were relatively free on weekdays. Therefore, the four of them decided to go to Jia County. I've already talked about the clothing. Chapter 440. After the main things were settled, the next step was to implement them. Shall we send the winter clothes there first? Well, it's quite cold there. Wei Hai had just returned from there, so he had the most right to speak. We'll set off in 3 days. Okay. Because of the delay, Wang Yao's time to prepare the decoction for Lu Xiaomei was a little tight. I'll decoct the decoction tomorrow morning. Sephora flavescens, Smilax tuber, Toerki, Bajiatong, and Ling Shanji. He had all of these herbs here. He had already prepared them at night. The ordinary herbs had a larger amount of medicinal power, while the spirit grass was the finishing touch, causing a qualitative change. After preparing all the herbs, he carefully thought about it again and analyzed the pharmacology of several herbs. After confirming that there was no problem, he recorded the prescription. The cold wind blew all night. A few leaves fell from the trees outside. The next morning, the sun was not bright. The smell of firewood, fire, ancient spring water, and herbs permeated the air. In the room, Wang Yao was quietly decocting the herbs. Outside, San Xian was lying in his kennel, looking at the sky, at the foot of the mountain. Su Changhe and Lu Xiaomei arrived early, a little after 9 a.m. The door of the clinic was closed. There was a sign outside, indicating that Wang Yao was not inside at the moment. We're early. Let's wait. They waited for more than an hour. Hey, why haven't I seen him yet? I'll make a call. Don't worry. Maybe he has something to do. Let's wait a little longer, Lu Xiaomei dissuaded. After waiting for more than 10 minutes, they saw a man coming from the mountain in the distance. Look, isn't that Dr. Wang? It is. What is he doing on the mountain? Wang Yao went down the mountain with the decoction he had just decocted. He saw the car parked outside the clinic and knew that Su Changhe and Lu Xiaomei were waiting there. Sorry to keep you waiting, Wang Yao said. It's fine. Let's go in and talk, Wang Yao said. This is the decoction I decocted. Take it according to the dosage. Come back in 10 days. The amount of medicine he brewed this time was relatively large. Okay, thank you. Is this the medical fee? Wang Yao lowered his head and pondered for a moment. Then he raised a finger. 1,000? 10,000? 10,000? It was not only Lu Xiaomei who was surprised, but also Su Changhe. Was it expensive? It was not expensive. There were 2 licorice roots in it. Moreover, with Lu Xiaomei's income, this amount of money was not even half of her monthly salary. Compared with her life and health, this amount of money was really nothing. Okay, no problem. After a short moment of surprise and hesitation, Su Changhe agreed and paid the bill. Lu Xiaomei wanted to say something, but he stopped her with his eyes. In addition to taking medicine, you can stop taking the Western medicine that you used to take. Eat a lighter diet and pay attention to your rest. Got it. Thank you, Dr. Wang. The 2 of them bid farewell and left. Changhe, What kind of medicine is this? It's so expensive. 10,000 yuan? Lu Xiaomei couldn't help but ask after they left the clinic and got into the car. To be honest, I didn't expect this medicine to be so expensive. Su Changhe smiled bitterly. He only knew that Wang Yao's medical skills were superb, but he didn't expect the medicine he prescribed to be so expensive. It was really frightening. Here's the money. Lu Xiaomei gave him the money directly. It was Su Changhe who paid the bill just now. Take the money first. Give me the medicine if it's useful. If it's not useful, just take it that I invited you here for a trip. What are you talking about? Lu Xiaomei was unhappy. Don't I know you well? She directly gave the money to Su Changhe. Ah, Dr. Wang, your medicine is so expensive. It must be useful. Su Changhe thought. Wang Yao already had his own idea about the price of the medicine. As long as the licorice roots were used in medicine, the price couldn't be low. Of course, there were special exceptions. As for the other medicine, the price would be adjusted according to the original price. Some people had a net worth of tens of millions. They could afford more than 100,000 yuan for a dose of medicine. Some people didn't have enough clothes to fill their stomachs. They couldn't even afford 100 yuan. Some people were willing to spend thousands of yuan to buy clothes or a pair of shoes. However, they were unwilling to do a physical examination to recuperate. In a house somewhere in Zhu City, the temperature in a room was 23 degrees Celsius. He would feel hot even if he wore a set of warm clothes. A man in his 30s was wearing a cotton padded coat. He was still shivering. It's so strange. What's going on? He had gone to the hospital many times. He had also seen the doctor. He even went to the doctor in the ravine because of hearsay. He had taken a lot of medicine. However, he didn't feel any better. On the contrary, it was more serious. No, I haven't gotten married yet. He stayed at home alone. The more he thought about it, the more scared he was. I'll go to the hospital to have a look. More than an hour later, he arrived at the People's Hospital in Zhu City. Young man, why are you here again? The doctor here seemed to be very familiar with him. Doctor, I still feel cold. Have you taken all the medicine prescribed? Yes, but it didn't work. Well, I'll prescribe another course of treatment for you, the doctor said. You still want to take it? The man asked. Yes, the effect of one course of treatment may be slightly worse. Just stick to it for a while. Don't prescribe it. I've taken 2 courses of treatment. Can you think of another way? Well, why don't you go to other hospitals? The doctor suggested. Well, okay. He went directly to the People's Hospital in Wei City and registered with a specialist. Your illness is not serious. After a checkup, he got the same result. Doctor, I'm so afraid of the cold. Is it serious? Hearing the explanation, he felt quite uncomfortable. Young man, the cold may be caused by many reasons from a medical point of view, such as deficiency of qi. The good-tempered doctor began to talk about the possible causes of the illness. He talked about more than a dozen possibilities in one breath, which showed that he was very knowledgeable. You've mentioned so many possibilities. How did my illness come about? Deficiency of qi. That's all you can say, the doctor said. You've been talking here for half a day. Are you King trying to show how knowledgeable you are? What's the treatment? The doctor asked. Replenish qi in blood. Take medicine. The doctor asked. Yes, take medicine. The man suddenly felt a headache, toothache, and stomachache. There was an evil fire about to rush out. His body was not so cold. Is there no other way except this? The doctor asked. Yes, exercise. Thank you. He got up and left. Hey, I haven't prescribed you any medicine yet, the doctor shouted behind him. I don't want to take medicine. Hey, people nowadays. The doctor sighed. It was already dark when the man left the hospital. He decided to stay there for the night and then go back. At the same time, he called a friend. Is the person you introduced reliable? Yes, he is. He cured my father's headache. The medicine is effective. He's not good at anything other than curing headaches. No, we have an aunt here who has been suffering from chronic cold for many years. He cured her. His medical skills are excellent. I'd be a fool if I lied to you, his friend said on the other end of the phone. Hey, if he's so good, why is he hiding in a corner of the mountain? How would I know? Hey, how's your illness? It's not good. Forget it. I won't talk about it. After hanging up the phone, he made do with dinner and then snuggled up in bed to watch TV. Maybe I should go there again tomorrow to have a look. The next morning, it was cold. The temperature dropped by 2 or 3 degrees overnight. Wang Yao was not in a hurry to go down the mountain because he found that the antidote grass he planted earlier had bloomed. It bloomed in the winter. The small white flowers were not big and emitted a faint fragrance. Blooming, inoculation, germination, growth, and so on. The number increases. It's a virtuous cycle. Wang Yao was very happy. He deliberately watered the flowers. Hey, why hasn't he come yet? It's too unprofessional to open a clinic at such an irregular time. Don't tell me he went out? The man hiding in the car had not turned off the engine. In this way, there was still some heat. He came from Zhu early in the morning. In fact, he did not have much hope in his heart. Chapter 441. He just hoped that a miracle would happen. Finally, he saw a young man coming from the mountain road in the distance. He came to the clinic and opened the door. You're back. He turned off the engine and opened the door. He suddenly felt very bad. He was cold all over. It's so cold. Huh? Wang Yao heard the sound and turned to look. He saw a man wrapped in a thick down jacket getting out of the car. Why is it him? He still remembered the man who had come to see him before. He was in his early 30s, but his qi was so weak that it was comparable to a woman who had just given birth. After getting closer, Wang Yao found that the man's face was not very red. He was shivering all over. It seemed that his condition had not improved. Instead, it had gotten worse. What's going on? Hello, Dr. Wang. Hello. Is your condition getting worse? Yes, the man said. Come in and let's talk. After entering the clinic and sitting down, Wang Yao carefully checked him. This is strange. He found that the man's qi was so weak that it was about to damage his foundation. Have you taken the medicine I gave you? Wang Yao asked. I took it according to your prescription. There was no problem, the man said with certainty. Have you eaten anything special? Wang Yao asked. No, absolutely not, the man said. According to what you said, I fasted and ate some warm and nutritious food. Have you been anywhere these days? Wang Yao asked. Well, I didn't go anywhere. I just stayed at home, watched TV, took medicine, and slept. The man thought for a while and said, It's so cold outside. I didn't go out. At most, I went downstairs to buy some vegetables and meat. Wang Yao was a little speechless. He had paid attention to what he should pay attention to, and there was no problem with the medicine he prescribed. How did the man's condition get worse? According to the patient's description, he suddenly began to feel cold in the autumn. Then, it became more and more serious. It was so serious that in winter, he had to turn on the air conditioner, cover himself with a thick blanket, and turn on the air conditioner. He was still cold. It was a sign of qi deficiency and cold in the body. If it got worse, he would be like Yang Haichuan's mother, which directly damaged his foundation. How about this? I'll change the prescription for you. And you can try again? Wang Yao thought for a while and decided to make a sanyang powder for him. It was one of the prescriptions used to treat Yang Haichuan's mother. Taking medicine again? What's wrong? Wang Yao was stunned. The patient's reaction was a bit big. To tell you the truth, I've seen more than 10 doctors for this illness. Every doctor prescribed medicine, but it didn't work at all. What kind of medicine did he take? Wang Yao asked. The man was already prepared. He took out a list from his pocket. It was actually a list of what medicine he had taken. Yo, do you usually pay attention to details? Wang Yao smiled. He took the list and read it carefully a few times. Most of them were Western medicines. This was Wang Yao's shortcoming. He had never even heard of the medicinal properties of some Western medicines, let alone understand their pharmacology and medicinal properties. This illness is caused by external to internal. What is it? What causes body to be so weak? You haven't been injured before this? No. Well, Wang Yao couldn't figure out the reason at the moment. He carefully checked the man's pulse again. He found a very subtle difference from the diagnosis just now. There was a very unique cold in his body, which was obviously different from the cold of Yang Haichuan's mother. It was almost an undetectable existence. Phew. Suddenly, he thought of a strange way to release his neishi outside his body. Then he felt the man's breath, which was weak. If Wang Yao's body was like a raging flame, The man was like a flickering candle flame, weak and disordered. Doctor? Wait a minute. Wang Yao thought carefully. Let's go. He suddenly stood up. Go. Where to? To your house, Wang Yao said. My house. Why? It's hard to say now, Wang Yao said. Why? Is it inconvenient? No, it's not that. Let's go. After leaving the clinic, Wang Yao put up a temporary trip sign. Please. No, I have a car. You could drive a little slower and lead the way. Wang Yao took the car and followed him. Zhu City and Lianshan were neighbors. The road between them was very wide. It was a provincial road, so there were many cars. After about an hour, they arrived at the residence of Luan Hengran. The room was heated, so it was very comfortable. Dr. Wang, please have a seat. After asking Wang Yao to sit down, he made tea. Don't worry, I'll leave in a while. As soon as Wang Yao entered the room, he felt warm and another very strange feeling. Cold. Yes, cold. It was not the ordinary kind of cold. It was a strange kind of cold. It felt as if he was in the shadow of a remote place on a warm winter day. It was very strange. Another problem was that the qi in the room was very strange. It was somewhat disordered. Logically speaking, the qi in the room was relatively stable because there was no ventilation in the winter. He tried to release his neishi. The feeling just now became stronger. He walked around the living room and found that there were more plants in the room. He could see more than 20 pots. Almost all the pots were placed by the wall. Do you like flowers? Wang Yao asked. Yes, I like flowers. When I see something I like when I'm shopping, I buy it and keep it, Luan Hengran said. Wang Yao looked carefully. Some of the plants here are not suitable to be grown indoors. Oh, why? Lily, tuberose, mimosa. These tend to secrete some special substances that affect the health of the body. And this pine and cypress bonsai. You have 5 or 6 bonsai, right? Yes, 6 bonsai. They are evergreen all year round. I like them very much. This is even worse. Pine and cypress have a special fragrance. Some people will be allergic to it. Also, pine and cypress are evergreen. They have an yin attribute. They are often planted next to cemeteries, Wang Yao said. Ah, I didn't think about that. Luan Hengran said. Most of the plants in your room have to be removed. Otherwise, it will be very harmful to your health. Wang Yao said. He did not expect the patient to like these plants so much. If these plants were placed in the garden or in the yard, the impact would be less. However, if they were placed in the building, they would be very harmful to the body. However, these were not the main problems. Wang Yao stopped in front of the TV cabinet. What's wrong, Dr. Wang? The stone? Wang Yao pointed to a stone on the long strip. The stone was greenish-yellow. It was irregular in the shape of a disc with stripes on it. Oh, I bought it. Bought it? You bought it? Yes. I thought it had a strange shape and looked pretty, so I bought it for 300 yuan. 300 yuan? Do you know what it is? A friend of mine came to see it. It seems to be a Yellow River stone. He said it was worth it. Yellow River stone? Let me tell you, it is a stone of worship. Stone of worship? What kind? It is a stone that is placed in front of a grave. It is a stone that is used to offer food to the deceased, Wang Yao said. As soon as he came here, he felt a very unique yin qi. It was very strong and messed up the atmosphere in the house, which made him very surprised. After taking a closer look, he found that a living person's house actually had this kind of stone that was meant for the dead. Well, is this really for the dead? Luan Hengran asked. Yes, it is, Wang Yao said. The reason why he could recognize this stone at a glance was that this special stone had appeared in treatise on miscellaneous diseases. It could be used as medicine. Moreover, the perception of neishi was wrong. Well, take a look. There is another one in my bedroom. There is another one? After following Luan Hengran into the bedroom, Wang Yao saw another stone. It was a little smaller. What do you think? Oh, you are right, Wang Yao said. Well, there were 2 of such stones in the house. Whether it was from the perspective of feng shui or feudal superstition, it was unfavorable to have something related to the grave at home. Moreover, this kind of stone itself belonged to the yin, and it was taken from the graveyard, which made it even more yin. There were a lot of plants and 2 stones of worship. The point was that there were 2 pine and cypress trees next to the stone in the living room. This was the grave in the house. Chapter 442. The air in such a room was chaotic and cold. Unless one was a transcendent being, like Wang Yao, even a man made of iron would fall ill. It was just a matter of time. These two stones have an effect on my body? Asked Wang Yao. Let's say you stayed in a graveyard for 2 months. Your illness has a lot to do with these two stones. Think about it. What did you buy these two stones? Was it in autumn? Wang Yao said, You're right. I saw these two stones in October when I went out to play. I bought them because they were beautiful. Since then, I've had problems with my body. Luan Hengren's eyes lit up. He had found the source. I'll throw them away now, said Luan Hengren angrily. He had spent 500 yuan to buy two stones, one big and one small, but it had also caused him to fall ill. For the past 2 months, he had been seeking treatment everywhere. No wonder no medicine was effective. No wonder it was getting worse and worse. The root of the problem was that he had not found it in the room and had not solved it. If this went on, except for elixirs, he was afraid that nothing else would be effective. I'll throw them away now, said Lin Hengren angrily. Don't. Wang Yao hurriedly stopped him. Asked Luan Hengren. If you throw them away, what if someone else picks them up and puts them at home? Said Luan Hengren. The two stones looked quite beautiful. People who did not know their origin would take them home as ornamental stones, which would hurt others. I'll break them with a hammer and throw them in the dustbin, said Luan Hengren. Luan Hengren blamed the cause of his illness and pain on these two stones and insisted on destroying them. That's too wasteful. If you don't mind, can you give them to me? Asked Luan Hengren. Give them to you? What do you want them for? Asked Luan Hengren. They can be used as medicine, said Wang Yao. Medicine? Stones can be used as medicine? Asked Luan Hengren in surprise. Of course. There are records of stones being used as medicine in Shin Nong's Herbal Classic and Compendium of Materia Medica, said Wang Yao. What can they be used for? Asked Luan Hengren. Boil them in water and mix them with other herbs. They can clear away heat and remove yang toxins, said Wang Yao. He had read about this in treatise on miscellaneous diseases. All right, I'll give it to you. How about this? Take me to a pharmacy nearby, and I'll prescribe you some medicine. Take it for 7 days, and you'll definitely get better. Wang Yao said, All right. The two of them went to a nearby pharmacy. Wang Yao asked for a few Chinese herbs, and then mixed them according to different amounts. Take it the same way as last time. All right, I got it. Thank you. I should be the one thanking you, Wang Yao said with a smile. This was considered a house call, and he had an unexpected gain. 2 rare stones and another train of thought. Being sick also had a lot to do with where he lived. He had thought about this before, but he didn't study it in depth. Since you're here, why don't you stay for a meal? It's my treat. No need. You should go home and have a good rest. If you have any problems, you can call me. Wang Yao left a landline in the clinic. Okay, take care. Goodbye. Wang Yao took the 2 stones and went on the road. Boil them in water and use them in medicine? Do you think I'm a 3-year-old? Just tell me if you like the 2 stones, said Luan Hengren with disdain. However, his body started to get sick after he took the 2 stones. It must have something to do with them. He still didn't completely trust Wang Yao. In Jing, thousands of miles away, Professor Su, how do you think? After taking the medicine prescribed by Wang Yao, Lucien came to the hospital for another checkup. Originally, he planned to stay in Lianshan for at least 10 days. However, he had to come back because of something at home. He happened to come to the hospital for a systematic checkup. This kind of checkup was based on data, which gave him a more direct feeling. Very good. The recovery is quite obvious. Oh, that's good. That's good. Lucien was happy. After taking the medicine for a while, he obviously felt that his body was getting better. The pain in his chest and abdomen was gradually disappearing. His body was comfortable and his appetite was better. It could be seen when he washed his face and looked in the mirror every day. His complexion was much better than before, and his mood was much better. He was not as depressed as before. It was a virtuous cycle. His family could see the changes in his body, and they were sincerely happy for him. When are you going to go to Lianshan? Asked Wang Yao. I'll go tomorrow morning. I originally wanted to stay there for a while, but there was an emergency at home, so I came back to have a look. Now, it has been dealt with, said Lucien. Okay, Remember to say hello to Dr. Wang for me, said Wang Yao. Okay, said Lucien. In the village clinic, Li Maoshuang went to thank Wang Yao. Have you finished your uncle's business? Asked Wang Yao. Yes. Thank you for your help and concern, said Li Maoshuang. He seemed to be thinner than before. Don't be too sad. It's actually a relief for him, said Wang Yao. Yes, with that kind of disease, living is suffering. I can see it, said Wang Yao. After chatting for a while, Li Maoshuang asked Wang Yao about the treatment fee. From the beginning of the treatment to the death of the old man, Wang Yao did not ask for a penny. Well, Wang Yao thought for a while and set a price. In fact, the medicine was priceless. In order to decoct it, many licorice roots were used. Its preciousness was not inferior to the prolongation pill. However, the old man had passed away. It was not necessary to ask for a price that could easily reach 1,000,000 yuan. Moreover, he and Li Maoshuang were friends. Okay. Li Maoshuang did not say anything after hearing the price. I heard that you're going to Qinzhou, asked Wang Yao. Yes, we are going to leave the day after tomorrow, said Wang Yao. They had discussed this matter in advance. Count me in, said Wang Yao. I have finished my work. I want to go out and get some fresh air, said Wang Yao. Sure, there is strength in numbers, said Wang Yao with a smile. The next day, Wang Yao left Nanshan Hill early and drove to Lianshan town center. He met Pan Jun first and went to the house of the paralyzed old man. Dr. Wang, come in and have a seat, said Pan Jun. When he saw Wang Yao, the old man was very happy. He hurriedly invited them into the house and made tea. It was cold in the old house. Thank you, don't worry. I'll see the doctor first. Okay, said Pan Jun. Uncle, how do you feel? Asked Wang Yao. Well, I feel much better. I can feel my toes and legs. I can move my arms too, said Pan Jun. Can you move a little and let me have a look? Asked Wang Yao. Okay. The old man tried to move his body for Wang Yao to have a look. Well, you can move. That's a good thing. Let me have a look, said Wang Yao. Wang Yao checked the old man carefully and found that some of the blood had melted. He then gave the old man a small cup of medicine. Wang Yao then massaged the old man's acupoints. He mainly massaged the chest and abdomen to promote the absorption of the medicine and blood circulation. After about 40 minutes, Wang Yao began to massage the old man's head with gentle movements. He used his neishi to gently penetrate the old man's head to stimulate and dredge the meridians. The old man still felt hot and swollen. Tell me if it hurts, said Wang Yao. Okay, said the old man. The head was the most delicate and important part of the human body. The brain, 5 senses, meridians, and acupoints were also very dense. Ouch, it hurts a little, said the old man. Okay, I see, said Wang Yao. Wang Yao slightly reduced his strength and continued for more than 10 minutes before he ended the treatment. He then observed for another hour to make sure there was no problem. He was relieved. Okay, I'm done with the treatment, said Wang Yao. The old man warmly invited them to stay for dinner, but Wang Yao refused. Thank you, Auntie, but I have something to do in the afternoon. I need to see another patient, said Wang Yao honestly. He had told Zhou Wui that he would treat Zhou Wui on the way. Okay, you must come here for dinner some other day, said Zhou Wui. Okay, said Wang Yao. After leaving the village, Wang Yao went to Zhou Xiong's house in Lianshan town center. Uncle, have some water, said Wang Yao. Don't worry, Zhihua, said Zhou Wui. Zhou Wui was happy for his nephew. Wang Yao looked very gentle and virtuous. She was a good match for Zhou Xiong. Wang Yao thought Wang Yao was a good match for Zhou Xiong. When will Dr. Wang come? Asked Zhou Xiong. He will come in the afternoon and see another patient in the morning, said Zhou Xiong. Chapter 443. Well, why don't you take him out for a meal? Okay, I'll take time to ask him out, Zhou Xiong said. He also wanted to thank Wang Yao. While they were talking, the doorbell rang. It should be him. Will you open the door? It was Wang Yao. I was just talking about you. Please come in. What are you talking about? I want to invite you to a meal to express my gratitude. No need, thank you. After a few polite words, Wang Yao began to treat Zhou Wui. The process was very smooth. Zhou Wui was one step closer to recovery. Everything is going well. You are recovering well. Oh, okay, Zhou Wui said with a smile. It seems that your mood has calmed down a lot. Well, according to what you said, I have read a few scriptures recently and have gained some knowledge, the old man said. He was telling the truth. At first, he couldn't read it, but he forced himself to read it several times a day. After a few days, his mood had changed. Continue to persevere, and you will gain more, Wang Yao said with a smile. A calm and optimistic mood was helpful for the treatment and recovery of any disease. In the end, he rejected the family's invitation and drove back at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Fisk, why hasn't he come back yet? There was a commercial car parked outside the clinic. There were 3 people in the car, 2 men and a woman. Is this person reliable? I have inquired about several people, the woman said. He is young, but his medical skills are very good. He is absolutely reliable. Isn't there a sign hanging on his door saying that he has gone out? Well, let's wait for another half an hour. If he doesn't come back, we will leave. Why don't we go to a regular hospital to have a look? Go to a regular hospital? What should we say then? Won't we be sent to that place? Someone? Wang Yao came back and saw the car parked next to the clinic. It's already so late. Who could it be? He looked at the time. After parking the car, he went to the clinic and opened the door. Hey, look, he is back. Is it him? It should be. Let's go and ask. See a doctor? The 3 of you? Yes. Come in. These 3 people were relatively young, not even in their 20s, but their breathing was uneven. When they walked, their steps were slightly shaky, and their faces were slightly pale. Their eyes were listless, and they were yawning. What do you feel uncomfortable? Aren't you a doctor? Why don't you check? One of the young men, who was slightly fatter, said in an aggressive tone. Wang Yao looked at him after hearing that. If you don't want to see a doctor, please leave. Wang Yao had never been kind to this kind of uncooperative brat. Don't be angry. He's not good with words. I'll say it first. My head doesn't feel well, and it's easy for me to hallucinate. Illusion. Wang Yao was a little surprised. This was the first time he had encountered such a situation. He was hallucinating at such a young age. Yes. When did it start? Yeah, about 20 days ago. Let me take a look. Wang Yao examined him carefully, and then his face became very ugly. You know, I should say all of you are on drugs. After hearing that, the 3 young men's faces changed. They were shocked. You're talking nonsense. No wonder he had hallucinations. No wonder he was not willing to tell the truth. This was the side effect of taking drugs on the body. Tell me the truth. Wang Yao shouted in a low voice. Buzz. The 3 only felt a tremor in their ears. It was as if a big drum was beating in their ears. It was so loud that they had a headache. It hurts. We did take that kind of thing and are addicted, the slightly thinner young man said. How long has it been? A month. A month. Haven't you seen a doctor before? No. In this kind of situation, we don't dare to see a doctor. Then why did you come to me? My grandma came to see you and said your medical skills are very good, the delicate-looking girl said. Doctor, is our illness treatable? Wang Yao shook his head with a wry smile. They came to the wrong place and were addicted to drugs. They should go to a drug rehabilitation center, not to his clinic. Seeing that Wang Yao did not speak for a long time, the pretty girl asked softly, Doctor, how did you get this kind of thing? Well, when we went to the bar to drink, we just drank a glass of wine. Let me take a closer look. Wang Yao gave them a careful examination. It could be said that this kind of situation was also a disease. It was a poisoning, but it was very special. After only 20 minutes in the clinic, the 3 young men kept yawning as if they were not awake. This was one of the typical symptoms of drug addiction. Hiss. The slightly plump young man suddenly trembled and hugged his arms. Long. The 2 people next to him saw the situation and their faces changed greatly. They knew very well that it was the precursor of drug addiction. The figure was in a trance. Who was talking? Where did the sound of cats and dogs come from? There was also music. Phew. His breathing became rapid, and his eyes blurred. Give it to me, quick. No. Just a little bit. The 2 people still wanted to say something. Suddenly, they felt that the air around them was stagnant, as if it had been sucked out. They had a feeling of suffocation. Wang Yao flipped one hand and quickly poked, and patted the body of the young man who was suffering for drug addiction. Ah! The young man screamed a few times. His body stopped trembling, and his eyes gradually returned to normal. What? The two people next to him were stunned. This was 2F King amazing. Just a few pats could actually stop the drug addiction. Didn't this mean that they had definitely come to the right place? The young man in front of them, who looked not much older than them, was definitely a master and was very likely to be able to get rid of their drug addiction. How do you feel? Ah, much more comfortable, thank you. The young man was not a fool. This was not the first time his situation had happened. According to past experience, he must eat that kind of thing again to get rid of the strong discomfort just now. In fact, every drug addict knew that this kind of thing was not good, but it was indeed impossible to quit. In this situation, unless one's willpower was absolutely strong, they could only force themselves to quit. Who would have thought that just a pat could get rid of the drug addiction? This was because Wang Yao's neishi quickly flowed into the various acupoints and meridians of the young man's body to relieve the stimulation and damage of the drug to the body and eliminate the drug addiction. Doctor, can our disease be cured? Yes, but you have to ask your parents to come with you. Don't, then my dad will kill me. Then you can go. Wang Yao did not hesitate to ask them to leave. Doctor, please do us a favor. Can't you just treat it as helping us? How much money do you want? We will give you. No, you have to ask your parents to come, Wang Yao said. At this age, the three young people did not have enough self-control. It needed a process to get rid of the toxin. He could help them relieve it here. If they were addicted again after leaving and there was no supervision, it was very likely that they would take it again. At that time, his previous treatment would be equivalent to all useless. Such treatment had no guarantee at all. It was better not to treat them. Moreover, it was best to let their parents know about this situation. No matter how strict the parents were, they still loved their children and thought about their children. You can go back and think about it. The three of them begged to no avail, so they had to leave. Before leaving, Wang Yao advised them, think about it carefully. You're still young. If you continue like this, your life will be over. This doctor is King different. After leaving the room, the fat man said angrily. He turned his head and forgot who had just saved him. It's not like we don't pay. Then what should we do? Tell our families? How can we do that? Won't they beat us to death? Hey, I think this doctor can cure us, the fat man said. Let's go back and raise money. Raise more money and directly bring cash. I don't believe he won't treat us if we have enough money. The other two people looked at each other. Then let's give it a try. Yes. How much? Well, 30,000 per person. Damn, where can we get so much money? My monthly pocket money is only a few thousand yuan. Chapter 444. Think of a way. You don't want to be sent to a drug rehabilitation center, do you? Of course. Then think about it carefully. There were three young people who were addicted to drugs. Wang Yao was a little emotional. In fact, he really wanted to help these three young people who were only a few years younger than him. Being sent to a drug rehabilitation center to get rid of their drug addiction and receiving special treatment here to get rid of their addiction were two completely different methods. It could also have a completely different impact on their future lives. I hope they will tell their families the truth when they go back. If they wanted to receive treatment here, their families would have to cooperate. The next morning, Wang Yao had just come down the hill when he saw a car parked outside the clinic. It was the same car that had come yesterday afternoon. After seeing him, the car door opened. The three young people from yesterday got out of the car. Hello, Dr. Wang. Well, you're here early. Well, have you thought about it? Yes, I've thought about it. Let's talk inside. Okay. After opening the door, the three of them followed Wang Yao into the clinic. Have you told your families? Well, Dr. Wang, name a price, the slightly thinner young man said with a smile. What do you mean? 10,000. Wang Yao was amused. If 10,000 is not enough, how about 20,000? 30,000 or 50,000? You didn't tell your families? Dr. Wang, look, we've brought the money. Bang! The young man directly slapped a stack of bright red bills on the table. He looked very generous. Is this enough? He stared at Wang Yao and felt a sense of heroism radiating from inside out. He was like those heroes in movies and novels. Hey, what's with the look in your eyes? He found that the way Dr. Wang looked at him was a bit strange. It was as if he was looking at an idiot. Hey, this naughty kid, with this IQ and awareness, it's better to go to a drug rehabilitation center. You can go. Wang Yao waved his hand. Hey, what's going on? Why aren't you following the routine? The three of them were stunned. Dr. Wang, you think this is too little? How about you name a price? Go! Wang Yao let out a deep roar, which made the windows tremble. My God, the three of them were shocked. They picked up the money on the table and ran out. Yeah, it's annoying. After the three young children left, he returned home. He was going on a long trip today. He had already discussed with Tian Yuan-tu and the others that he was going to Qinzhou, Jia County. What? Going on a long trip again? Yes, didn't I tell you yesterday that we have to go to Jia County to give the children some gifts? Oh, are you going to send them winter clothes and school supplies? Zhang Xiaoying remembered that her son did mention this matter to them. At that time, she and her husband agreed without hesitation. They also said that they were willing to give some money to help the children. Don't worry about it. Your father and I will take care of the things at home. Oh, okay. He drove to Lianshan County, where he met up with Tian Yuan-tu and the others. Wang Mingbao, Tian Yuan-tu, Wei Hai, and Li Maoshuang, a total of 5 people, drove 2 cars. One was Wang Yao's, and the other was Wei Hai's Land Rover. They went directly to Qinzhou. Teacher Han, I'm coming. The 5 people in the 2 cars were talking and laughing. It was very lively. This was a charity trip. On the way, Tian Yuan-tu communicated with the company that agreed to provide the clothes. After driving for a day, they arrived in Bingzhou in Qinzhou province. This place was not far from Jia County. They decided to stay there for one night and then go to Jia County. Bingzhou was an ancient city with a long history. Although it was cold at night, they still walked around with interest. Wow, it has an ancient style. It is really different from the new cities like Hike that were just built a few decades ago. They didn't go back to the hotel until it was very late. The next day, they talked with the people of the company. The company directly arranged a car from Bingzhou and the photography staff to go to Jia County. Wow, I didn't expect that these people who do charity are all rich people. There are Land Rovers and Tuaregs. All of them are imported cars. Yes, they are rich and have a heart. It is admirable. Unlike some people who have made a lot of money without conscience, but have done nothing with good intentions. These cars formed a motorcade. They went all the way to Jia County and then entered the mountain village. The road from Jia County to the mountain village had been started, but it was just the beginning. After all, it was winter. The water was frozen. It was not suitable for outdoor construction. Therefore, the road was still the original road. It was still bumpy and bumpy. Damn, this broken road. If I had known earlier, I would have found a way to get into the car in front of us. After nearly 2 hours of bumpy driving, the car arrived at the mountain village. Dr. Wang. The people in the mountain village were very happy to see Wang Yao. They all invited him to their homes for tea. Doctor? The accompanying staff felt very strange. It was obvious that the young man was quite popular in the village. After a little inquiry, they found out that the young man had saved many lives in the village. The epidemic. They quickly associated it with the outbreak of the epidemic not long ago. Welcome, welcome. The old party secretary was very happy to hear that Wang Yao had come. He was even happier when he heard that the purpose of his visit was to send clothes and school supplies to the children. Oh, thank you so much. The car drove into the primary school and then distributed clothes and school supplies to each child. The children were very happy. These clothes were all brand new and were from famous domestic brands. In this mountain village, they had never worn such beautiful clothes. In the past, their families would only buy such beautiful clothes for them during the new year. Thank you, Uncle. Okay. The staff of the clothing company and the photography company were also very touched. Looking at the innocent eyes of the children, they had an indescribable feeling. These children should be helped. The company manager who accompanied the children decided to reflect on it when he went back and tried to make the children in the school a key target of help. At least, it was not a problem to provide free clothes twice a year. They had been busy for a long time. Although they were a little tired, they were still very happy. Wang Yao checked the children in the school one by one. It was not until school was over. Let's call it a day. We will stay here and continue tomorrow. Okay. They refused the old party secretary's kindness. They did not stay in Jia County. Instead, they went to a hotel in the nearby town. The conditions were relatively simple and crude. Today's harvest is quite good. Wei Hai sighed while eating. Well, I didn't expect that this place would be so poor. Come on, let's have a drink. The dishes were not sumptuous or even delicious. The wine was only the local wine. It was spicy, but the five of them were still very happy. They were happy about what they had done, so they drank a lot. Even Wang Yao made an exception and drank a few more glasses. That night, they slept very soundly. Peace of mind. The next day, Wang Yao spent the whole day giving free medical examinations to the children in the school. He also treated several children who were not feeling well. On the other hand, Wang Mingbao and Teacher Han were together. Their relationship seemed to be taking a step forward. Wei Hai and the other three walked around the mountain village, especially the ancient tomb. Although it was still being excavated in isolation, they could still see some things. At the same time, they also heard from the villagers about Wang Yao's legend in the mountain village. Are you leaving now? Yes. Do you want to stay for a few more days? No, I've finished my work. I have other things to do when I go back. Hearing that Wang Yao and the others were leaving, the old party secretary tried his best to persuade them to stay. He wanted them to stay for a few more days. That's fine. Come back when you have time. Sure. Wang Mingbao did not go back with them. For this reason, Tian Yuan left his car. The four of them took Wang Yao's car back to Lianshan County. There were also gifts from the villagers in the car. Chapter 445. This trip was great. Tian Yuan exclaimed in the car. He even felt better than signing a large order worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Especially when he saw the children's happy faces, he had a very special sense of satisfaction. It was completely different from the sense of achievement of doing business. Will you come again in the future? Okay. Wei Hai looked at the photos on his phone. The children wearing new clothes were smiling brightly like flowers. It was great. Thousands of miles away, in a warm home in Qi province, a thin young man was kneeling on the ground. His body was slightly trembling. There was a red handprint on his face. There were two people standing next to him. One of them was holding a rolling pin in his hand. His face was full of anger. The other person was holding him. They were the parents of the young man kneeling on the ground. You, how did you get addicted to this? Bang! The middle-aged man suddenly threw the rolling pin on the ground. It broke into two pieces. He covered his chest and slowly fell down. His face was full of pain. Dad, honey. The mother and son hurriedly got medicine and water. It was not easy for him to recover. I'm sorry, Dad. I was wrong. Why did I raise such a disappointing son? The middle-aged man sighed. Although he was angry, he also knew that it was useless to beat and scold his son. He had to find a way to help his son get rid of the drug addiction. After all, his son was his flesh and blood. Go to the drug rehabilitation center. He thought for a while after catching his breath. Drug rehabilitation center? The middle-aged woman was stunned. Xiao Bao can't go to that place. How can he bear that kind of pain? The woman hurriedly said. Shut up, the middle-aged woman said. A loving mother leads to a useless son. It's because you spoiled him that he became like this. The middle-aged man roared. His chest was obviously moving up and down. His face became ugly again. Don't be angry. Don't be angry. When the woman saw this, she hurriedly said. Her son's matter was already enough to make her worry. If something happened to her husband at this time, then this family would completely collapse. Dad, I know a doctor who can cure drug addiction. Doctors can cure drug addiction? His father obviously did not believe his son's words. Where did you hear this plan from? If you can quit, what's the point of having a drug rehabilitation center? It's true, the young man said. When Hong Lin's drug addiction flared up, he easily alleviated it. I saw it with my own eyes. Son Honglin, how many times have I told you not to be with him? Why don't you listen? Is he Xiaofeng here? Yes. None of them are good. Sigh. I've been careless in making friends. The middle-aged man sighed. Hubby, Xiao Bao said that the person can be treated. So let's go and take a look. You asked for money a few days ago because you want to see a doctor. Since you've already seen a doctor, why are you acting up now? The middle-aged man's mind turned quickly. He didn't treat us. Why? Yes. He said that he would only treat us if we brought our families over. Oh. The middle-aged man was surprised. From the sound of it, this doctor seemed to be somewhat reliable. Where is he? Lian Shan. Lian Shan, where did you hear about this? I heard from Xiaofeng that he cured Xiaofeng's grandmother's headache. That person? The middle-aged man was surprised. He had also heard of the young doctor. Yes. Let's go and see him. Hey, Dad, why don't you take a rest first? As a father, he actually cared about his son very much. It was just that the form of fatherly love was different. No need. Let's go see him right away. They drove to the mountain village under the guidance of the young man. However, they met the doctor who told them that the clinic was closed and that he was going on a long trip. Going on a long trip? The family of 3 was a little dumbfounded. What a coincidence. Did you leave a contact number? Yes, I have a landline number. Since you're here, let's wait a little longer. However, they did not see him come back after waiting for a long time. At this time, Wang Yao was still on his way back thousands of miles away. It seems that he won't come back today. Let's go back. Oh, okay. Let your mother drive. On the 3rd day after their departure, they finally returned to Lianshan County in the evening. The 4 of them found a restaurant and had dinner. Then, Wang Yao sent them back to their homes. After a few days of busy and long-distance travel, they were all exhausted. Of course, Wang Yao was an exception. It was almost 9 p.m. when he arrived home. Seeing that the lights were still on at home, he opened the door and went in. He told his parents that he had come back so that they would not miss him. Mom, Dad, I'm back. Haven't you gone to bed yet? I heard the sound of your car. In the future, stay outside at this time of night. Don't travel at night anymore, Zhang Xiuing said. I came back in the afternoon. I had dinner with a few friends in town. Did it go well? It went quite well. Let me show you the photos. As he spoke, he took out his phone. There were many photos taken with the cute children in the mountain village. The couple took the photos and looked at them one by one. They were very happy. Well, these children are quite good. Ming Bao is still there. By the way, a few people came to the village to see you these days. They came to our house again. Wang Yao frowned. No, the car was parked outside the clinic. They didn't come to our house. That's good. While giving his parents a massage, he chatted with them about some of the things that had happened. Before he knew it, it was almost 10 p.m. Shall I go up the hill? Yes. In the middle of the night, Nanshan Hill was quiet and distant. Hearing the sound, San Xian went down the hill early to welcome him. He wagged his tail happily. Hello, San Xian. A man and a dog went up the hill. The bean-sized light on the hill was turned on. The next morning, he went down the hill early. After returning home for breakfast, he went to the clinic. He was worried that there would be more people coming. As expected, 5 patients came in the morning. They all had headaches, leg pain, and other diseases. The treatment of these kinds of diseases was quite simple. 3 people prescribed medicine, and the other 2 just massaged the problem. At around 10 o'clock, he finished the treatment and sat down to record it. Ring, ring. The phone on the table rang. Hello, yes, I am. I can do it in the afternoon. Okay. It was a middle-aged man who called. He was the father of one of the 3 addicted young men. He wanted to ask Wang Yao for treatment. He made an appointment to come in the afternoon. Finally, he is willing to tell his family. In the afternoon, the family of 3 came to the mountain village again. Wang Yao was already waiting in the clinic. Hello, Dr. Wang. Hello, have a seat, Wang Yao said with a smile. Well, Dr. Wang, do you know about Xiaobao's situation? Yes. Can you treat him? Yes, but I need your cooperation. No problem. We will definitely cooperate, the young man's mother said. Let's talk about my treatment ideas and plans. I will use medicine to prolong the time of his addiction until it is completely cured, but it needs a process. During this period, you must keep an eye on him and never let him touch that kind of thing again, Wang Yao said very seriously. Okay, we will definitely cooperate with you, the mother hurriedly said. Wang Yao looked at the mother carefully. With all due respect, you can't control your son, but he can. He pointed to the middle-aged man sitting next to him. One's face was born from one's heart. At a glance, one could tell that she was a loving mother who spoiled her son. On the other hand, the middle-aged man had a dignified aura. Unfortunately, your heart is not very good. Do you have a history of heart disease? You can even see this? I can take a look. That's great, the middle-aged man said. Let's talk about your son first. Okay, don't worry. We will definitely take care of him, the middle-aged man said. I have already thought about it. I will ask someone to look after him. Okay, I will go and prepare the medicine. Wait a moment. He had already thought about the prescription. He would use detoxification grass as the main medicine, supplemented by glossy Ganoderma, licorice, and several other Chinese herbs. There was a special small room in the clinic used to decoct medicine. After a while, the smell of medicine drifted out. He is decocting medicine? Chapter 446. I think so. Although they had heard of Wang Yao, it was the first time they had seen him in person. They had not seen how he treated the patient. Hiss. The young man suddenly felt a little cold. He felt dizzy. He was in a trance and saw double. Then, he felt very uncomfortable. It was an indescribable feeling. Xiao Bao, what's wrong with you? His mother asked as she noticed her son's abnormal condition. The young man seemed to be enduring something. His drug addiction is acting up. The middle-aged man frowned. He grabbed the back of the chair with both hands. He gritted his teeth so hard that it made a crunching sound. Dr. Wang! Dr. Wang! The woman panicked. Xiao Bao, don't scare me. Thump! The young man fell to the ground and twitched all over. I can't. He trembled as he took out a small packet from his pocket. The word milk tea was written on the outside. He tore it open with trembling hands. Pa! His father took it away from him. Dad, please. Give me a little. Just a little. The young man struggled to get up and begged. Bear with it. The middle-aged man said with a gloomy face. Mom, please. Mom, just a little. The young man knelt on the ground. His body was trembling. This. The woman did not know what to do. Honey, look at Xiao Bao. Why don't you give him a little? Shut up. The man glared at his wife. Do you want him to die? The woman did not dare to say anything. She just bent over and held her son's head. The young man scratched his ears and cheeks in pain. He was rolling on the ground. Dr. Wang, come here. The woman cried. What's wrong? Wang Yao walked over unhurriedly. Look at my son. Save him. Get out of the way. Wang Yao bent down and quickly patted the young man on the ground a few times. The young man's breathing gradually calmed down, and his face gradually recovered. He was no longer as pale as before. The young man sat up. He was sweating. The discomfort in his body slowly receded like the ebbing tide. How do you feel? Much better, much better. He took a few deep breaths. Wait a moment. Wang Yao turned and left, leaving the family of 3 sitting in the room. Xiao Bao, are you okay? Is that so? I'm fine. The young man panted heavily. He still felt a little dizzy and tired. I'll get you a glass of water. She found a thermos and a paper cup. These things were placed in obvious places by Wang Yao. Drink some water. Be careful, it's hot. With a creak, the door opened. Wang Yao came in with the medicine. What a loving mother. Wang Yao sighed. Get up. He was not so nice to the young man. The young man hurriedly sat up. Drink the medicine. Wang Yao poured the decoction into a cup and handed it to the man. Thank you. Although it was still a little hot, the young man endured it and drank it. It was a little bitter, but it was warm when it entered his stomach. Half an hour after taking the medicine, Wang Yao checked the young man's pulse to observe the effect of the medicine. It's effective. After that, Wang Yao massaged the young man's body and torso to further stimulate the body's tissues and enhance the effect of the medicine. Finally, he told them the precautions when taking the medicine. 1 treatment course every 7 days. Come to me after 7 days. Remember to call in advance. If I'm not there, take care of your son, Wang Yao said. What should we do if his drug addiction acts up? The middle-aged man asked. Tie him up. Wang Yao answered with two simple words. How much is this medicine? $10,000. How much? The family was stunned. Why? Do you think it's expensive? Wang Yao asked calmly. You have the money to indulge him in drug addiction, but not the money to treat him? That's not what I meant, the woman hurriedly explained. They left after paying the money. However, they did not look very good when they left. This medicine is so expensive. After leaving the clinic, the woman sighed. It is quite expensive, the young man also said. Don't worry about the price, the middle-aged man said. As long as it's effective, we can still afford it. Pay attention to your attitude when you come again. The middle-aged man said. Judging from the doctor's treatment of his son's drug addiction, he felt that the other party must have real skills. It was rare to see such an ability at such a young age. It was understandable that he was a little arrogant. They thought that Wang Yao was a little arrogant, but in fact, it was not the case. He was just inexplicably angry. Those children who grew up in a honey jar didn't know how lucky they were. Is this medicine useful? In the speeding car, the woman looked at the 2 bottles of medicine in her hand and asked, You'll know after you try it. Don't tell anyone about this. I know. In a hospital in Jing, thousands of miles away. How is it, Chang'e? Lu Xiaomei came to the hospital for a relevant examination after taking the medicine for a few days. It's only been a few days. The effects should not be so obvious, Su Chang'e said with a smile. I know that, but I can't help but want to come and have a look, Lu Xiaomei said. Okay, I'll take a look. He looked at the test report. Lu Xiaomei sighed. What's wrong? Nothing. It's something good. Let's go and ask another person. Su Chang'e took Lu Xiaomei to find an expert in the relevant department. How is it, director's son? Well, you've been taking the medicine very timely these days. The effect is very good, the doctor said after looking at the test report. Okay, thank you. Hey, you're welcome. The two of them went to Su Chang'e's office again. Do you feel more relieved now? Yes, I'm relieved. Lu Xiaomei showed a long-lost smile on her face, even if it was very faint. Did you just take the medicine prescribed by Dr. Wang, or both Chinese and Western medicine these days? No, I took the medicine prescribed by him. That's good, Su Chang'e said. Take the medicine regularly. When it's time, I'll go to Lianshan County with you again. Okay, thank you. Old classmate, old friend. You're welcome. While they were talking, a man pushed the door open and came in. Yu Chongyang. Lu Xiaomei's face changed as soon as she saw the man. Chang'e, Xiaomei, you're here too? The man had lost a lot of weight. His eyes were dull. He was no longer the confident and successful man he used to be. Chang'e, you have to help me. What's wrong? Look, he took off his clothes and exposed his belly. There were many herpes on his body, which was very scary. He began to have an attack. Go ahead. I'm leaving. Lu Xiaomei got up and left. Xiaomei, are you okay? Yu Chongyang asked with concern. Don't you know whether I'm okay or not? Lu Xiaomei said coldly. Then she left without looking back. Chang'e, how is Xiaomei? Her situation is better than yours, Su Chang'e said with a sigh. That's good, that's good. It's my fault. Yu Chongyang felt very sorry for his wife, but now that things had come to this, it was too late to say anything. There was no medicine for regret in this world. Let's go. I'll take you to see Director Sunday. He's here today. Let him have a look. Oh, okay. In another department. The situation is not good, Director Sun said after a careful examination. What should I do? Yu Chongyang hurriedly asked. Well, change the medicine and see how it works. Do you need to be hospitalized? You can consider hospitalization for a while. Okay, I'll stay in the hospital, Yu Chongyang said. During this period, the more he thought about it, the more scared he was. He had searched a lot of information on the internet and knew what this disease meant. The key was that it was not easy to treat. He had even asked people to contact related experts abroad. If the treatment in China was not effective, he would go abroad for treatment. Chang'e, I really didn't expect it to become like this, Yu Chongyang said with emotion. Yeah, don't think too much now. Treat the disease well. Well, help me say good things to Xiaomei. He still wanted to keep this marriage. Okay. Chapter 447. Su Chanha went back to his office after helping Yu Chongyang with the hospitalization procedures. Seeing this once enviable couple turn out like this, he couldn't help but sigh. Life was like this. It was hard to turn back once you made a mistake. The sky gradually darkened. The night scene in Jing City was extremely prosperous. "Mom, where's Dad?" "I don't know. He has something to do at work," Lu Xiaomei said gently to her daughter. The once warm family of three was about to be broken up. The child was the most seriously affected. What she could do was to minimize the impact of this matter on her child as much as possible. Lu Xiaomei sighed. "Mom, do you have something on your mind?" "Nothing. Let's eat." "Okay." It was very cold in Ju City. "Hey, what's wrong with Baozhan?" He didn't answer the phone. Did something happen to him? What could happen to him? Let's go to his house and have a look. It will be troublesome if there is a problem. Okay, let's go and have a look. The two of them drove to their good friend's house. The three of them had been classmates since junior high school, so they got along well. They were still in the same school when they were in high school, and they didn't break off contact when they were in university. They had just graduated this year, so they were very happy to get together again. Of course, if this kind of thing didn't happen, they wouldn't have thought that there would be people in a small city like theirs who would do these things. Those people really deserved to be killed. They regretted it, but it was too late. As they were talking, the car had arrived at their good friend's house. They went upstairs and knocked on the door. A middle-aged woman opened the door. "Hello, Auntie." It was the cute girl who asked the question. "It's you." The familiar smiling face didn't appear. The middle-aged woman was talking to them with a straight face. Their knocking on the door disturbed her beautiful dream and made her very unhappy. This was something they had never encountered before. "Auntie, is Baozhan at home?" "No, he went out." "Went out? Where'd he go?" "He didn't answer the phone. He went to his grandmother's house. He won't come back for a while." "Oh, we'll go, Auntie." "Okay." The two of them went downstairs with a belly full of doubts. "Hey, did you notice that Auntie Baozhan's expression was a bit strange today?" Sun Honglin asked. "Something is wrong," he Xiaofeng said. "In the past, she always welcomed us with a smile. Even if Baozhan wasn't at home, she would invite us in and eat delicious food. But today, she obviously doesn't welcome us. Could it be that she knows about us?" "What? Are you stupid? What are you talking about?" "No, Baozhan shouldn't be stupid enough to say that," Sun Honglin said. "What if he acts up at home?" Sun Honglin didn't say anything. The two of them got into the car and stayed in the car for a while before starting the car. "Where to?" "Let's go home." "Mom," they left. Upstairs, Duke Baozhan came out of the room and asked softly. "Yes, don't associate with them anymore." His father was also at home. "Hey, Mom, let's talk to his family," Duke Baozhan said softly. "Go back to your room and stay there," his father said angrily. He didn't say much after hearing that. He turned and went back to his room. "Honey, Xiaobao is right," his father said. "Our three families have always been in contact with each other. We get along well. Although we are angry, we still need to get along. Call their family. I don't want anything to happen to the two children." "I got it." The middle-aged man thought for a moment and picked up his phone. The car was driving on the wide road. The slightly chubby Sun Honglin was driving. "Ahis!" Sun Honglin suddenly shivered. A very uncomfortable feeling quickly came over him. Oh no! His heart skipped a beat. He knew very well that this was the sign of drug addiction. He was still driving. "What's wrong with you, Honglin? There are people in front. Be careful." The girl sitting in the front passenger seat found that something was wrong with her friend. He grabbed the steering wheel tightly with both hands, as if he was holding an amazing treasure. His body was shaking. His eyes were wide open, but he looked a little stupid. Oh no! She also knew what was going on. She was a little panicked. Now the car was flying. The speed was more than 70 kilometers per hour. The key was that the car was still accelerating. "Honglin, slow down, pull over." Sun Honglin also wanted to pull over and slow down, but his body seemed to have suddenly lost control. It was not under his control at all. Crack! The car hit a car. "Damn, are you blind? How can you drive?" The driver was in a cold sweat. He looked at the car in front of him, vaguely moving in an S shape. "Drunk driving, how dare you?" Slap! He Xiaofeng slapped the driver in the face. Sun Honglin, "Wake up," he Xiaofeng said. "Ah, Sun Honglin still had a lot of double images in front of his eyes. His body was very uncomfortable. I can't. I have to find a place to stop and eat. There are people in front. He suddenly turned the steering wheel. The car suddenly turned to the green belt on the side of the road. Bang! It rushed into the green belt at an extremely fast speed. Then, it rushed out of the green belt and hit the wall on the side of the road with a bang. Bang! The airbags all bounced off. The two young people were confused by the airbags. Phew! They opened the door and got out of the car. Then they staggered forward. The people next to them saw the situation and made a phone call. I can't. Sun Honglin fell to the ground after a few steps. He was panting and twitching all over. He trembled and took out a bag of things from his body. Then, he tore it open and stuffed it into his mouth. Some powder was blown to the ground by the wind. The police came very quickly. When they arrived, the two young people had disappeared. What's going on? There were still curious people next to them who had not left. They described what had just happened vividly. Drunk driving. These two words floated in their minds. So, it was considered an escape? Just as they were about to follow the relevant procedures according to the relevant regulations, something surprising happened. The two young people came over and took the initiative to admit their mistakes. It was a young man and a young woman. What happened at that time? Well, we picked up a phone call, and then there was a problem. Picked up the phone while driving. I'm sorry, sir, we know we were wrong. The traffic police conducted an alcohol test on the two young people to make sure they were not drunk driving. After routine questioning, they let them go back. After all, although there was an accident, no one was hurt. This was a blessing in the misfortune. These two young people are very calm. Yes, it looks like it. Hey, look at the airbags that bounced off the car. Why don't the two of them look injured? Don't worry about it so much. Since they took the initiative to admit their mistakes, it's over. Anyway, no one was hurt. That's true. Somewhere in the city, a man knelt on the ground. His face was swollen. It was beaten by his father with great force. Dad, I know I was wrong. You bastard. The middle-aged man, who looked quite strong, was obviously still angry. He raised his leg and kicked. If his son's friend's family hadn't called and euphemistically told him about it, he wouldn't have known his son was infected with such a terrible thing. What was more coincidental was that his son had just had a car accident when he made the call. I give you money to buy whatever you want. You do this for me. I'll just beat you to death. The more he thought about it, the angrier he became. Sun Desheng, what are you doing? A sharp shout came from outside, and a middle-aged woman, who still retained her charm, rushed in. You're crazy. Why don't you ask your precious son what he's doing outside? Xiaolin, don't be afraid. Tell me what you did outside. Mom, I'm sorry. I took drugs. Sun Honglin cried. What? The woman's body shook, and she almost fell to the ground. My God, how could you be infected with that thing? The same thing happened in He Xiaofeng's house. Your girl, how could you be infected with that thing? Is it because of Sun Honglin and Du Baozhan? Her father was a short, fat man with a bald head and a fierce face. However, he loved his daughter very much. After hearing about his daughter's matter, he directly smashed the glass tea table at home. Chapter 448. Dad, I'm sorry. He Xiaofeng sobbed in a low voice. After knowing what had happened to her, although her father was angry, he was not willing to touch her, which made her feel even worse. She would rather her father slap her hard. Get up. It's cold on the ground, he said with a sigh. He Xiaofeng got up from the ground and sat on the sofa. The two families were thinking about how to deal with the matter. Sun Desheng had found someone to take the blame for the car accident. He had a way to deal with it, but it was very troublesome to deal with his son's addiction. If it doesn't work, send him to the drug rehabilitation center. How can that be? That kind of place is not suitable for people to stay at, Sun Honglin's mother said. She didn't want her son to go to that kind of place to suffer. Do you have any good ideas? Sun Desheng's tone was very harsh. Why are you so angry at me? His wife was also not a kind person. Well, Mom, we went to a place before and saw a doctor. He said he could help us get rid of drug addiction, Sun Honglin whispered. He could help you get rid of drug addiction? What happened after that? Did you receive treatment? No, he didn't treat us. He didn't treat us? Why? Did he think the money was not enough? No, he insisted that we call our parents before he treated us. What? After hearing such a request, his parents were also very surprised. There was money to be made, but he made such a special request. You and Xiaofeng went to see Du Baozhan? Yes, his aunt said he was not at home. He went to his grandmother's house. Nonsense, he must be at home. He didn't want the three of you to be together anymore, Sun Deshang said. In the afternoon, we'll go to Lianshan to see the doctor. Well, let's make a call first. The doctor's temper is not very good, Sun Honglin said. The next morning, as if they had made an appointment, the two families came to the clinic in the mountain village to ask Wang Yao to see a doctor. They came early, but some people came earlier than them. Because it was the weekend, there were other people who came early to ask Wang Yao to see a doctor. Now his reputation was gradually spreading. Many people knew that there was such a young doctor with superb medical skills in Lianshan County, so the number of people who came to see a doctor gradually increased. First come, first served. In a room full of people, those who came first got to see first. These people mostly suffered from headaches, leg pain, and so on. Wang Yao was very familiar with the treatment, diagnosis, medicine, or treatment on the spot. One after another, two of them showed results on the spot. You're amazing, young man. An old man in his 50s or 60s raised his thumb and praised. You flatter me. It's such a cold day. We're more. Exercise properly on a daily basis. Don't overdo it. The old man seemed to be keen on exercising. The pain in his leg was related to the season and also due to excessive exercise. Hello, Aunt. Hello, Dr. Wang. I always feel them on one side of my head. It hurts when I pull my eyes, the woman in her 50s said. Okay, let me take a look. Wang Yao carefully checked her. Your high blood pressure is quite serious. Ah, yes. I'm taking antihypertensive medicine, the old woman said. Your numbness and eye pain have a lot to do with high blood pressure. If you want to treat it, you have to lower your blood pressure first, Wang Yao explained to her. Ah, the antihypertensive medicine I took didn't work very well. This disease needs to be recuperated. You also need to pay attention to your diet, Wang Yao said. Well, I'll take the medicine for you. You can see the effect. Wang Yao had treated this disease when he was in Rinha Clinic. He had prescribed the medicine for it. The effect was good. Uncaria, kudzu root, skullcap, prunella, licorice, there were several herbs. After making the medicine, Wang Yao also told her some things to pay attention to in daily life, especially in terms of diet. High blood pressure must be paid attention to because it may cause some very serious diseases. Oh, okay, thank you. You're welcome. Take care. After seeing several patients, it was finally the turn of the two families. You're here. Wang Yao looked at the two young people with a smile. Hello, Dr. Wang. He Xiaofeng greeted him obediently. In fact, she was a very well-behaved and kind girl. Hello. Sun Honglin's attitude was slightly worse. Have a seat. I'll talk to you, Wang Yao said. Dr. Wang, can you treat the illness of the two children? Sun Honglin's mother asked softly. Yes, but I need your cooperation. He repeated the same words again. How about it? Think about it. No problem. We'll absolutely cooperate. Okay, wait a moment. I'll boil the medicine. The 6 people of the two families waited in the room. Wang Yao went to another room to boil the medicine. Is this doctor reliable? Did you see a few people come to see the doctor just now? It seems to be quite effective. This doctor is quite capable. Xiaofeng's grandmother came to see the doctor. The effect is quite good. They waited for more than an hour. What took you so long? Wang Yao came over with 2 sets of medicine. This is the medicine. Wang Yao then told them how to take it. If their drug addiction acts up, you must use coercive means. You must not let them touch that kind of thing again. Don't worry about that. After hearing the price, the two families were stunned. How much is it? What's wrong? Nothing. Obviously, they were very unwilling, but they still paid the medicine and consultation fee. Why is it so expensive? Yes, it costs 10,000 yuan for such a small thing. After leaving the clinic, they began to complain. Although their families were rich, it was still unacceptable to spend 10,000 yuan on medicine. It doesn't matter. The monk can run away, but the temple can't run away. His door is here. If he dares to deceive us, humph. Obviously, these people were not easy to deal with. In Zhu City, Du Baozhan's home. At home, Du Baozhan's mother asked softly, Baozhan, how do you feel? I feel quite good, Du Baozhan said. According to the usual situation, it was impossible for the body to not have any symptoms for such a long time. It meant that the medicine prescribed by the young Dr. Wang was effective. How often do you have an attack on a normal day? Du Baozhan's father didn't go to work these days. He waited at home, worried about his son. It's hard to say. Sometimes the body doesn't feel well, Du Baozhan said. But I do feel a lot better these 2 days. I don't have the feeling of irritation anymore. That's good. After taking the medicine, go to Dr. Wang's place to have a look. As parents, they were relieved that the medicine was effective. After returning to his room, Du Baozhan received text messages from his 2 good friends. Have you also gone for treatment? He knew that his 2 friends had come to see him, but he didn't know that they had a car accident on the way and almost went to the police station. He only knew this through text messages. Have a good treatment. Du Baozhan didn't say much. It wasn't a bad thing for them to temporarily separate. Wang Yao almost didn't rest for the whole morning. Zhou Wui, accompanied by Zhou Xiong, arrived near noon. They were not in a hurry and kept waiting. There are quite a lot of patients today. Quite a lot. Maybe it has something to do with the weekend, Wang Yao said with a smile. Come on, let me take a look. Don't worry. Take a rest first. It's okay. This is nothing, Wang Yao said with a smile. The diagnosis of the old man was a little more complicated. He first gave the medicine. After a while, he began to massage the acupoints to promote the absorption and effect of the medicine. He unblocked the meridians, removed the toxins, relaxed the muscles, and promoted blood circulation. After each treatment, the old man would feel his whole body was refreshed. As the treatment went on, the feeling lasted longer and longer. Your body is recovering well, Wang Yao said. Yes, I can feel it too. After listening to you and reading a few Taoist scriptures, my state of mind has changed a lot, Zhou Wui said. He had now gone from forcing himself to study Taoist scriptures to gradually liking the state in them. This is a good thing. When the heart is calm, the breath will be smooth and the body will be at peace, Wang Yao said. It was a simple principle that everyone understood. I know this. Many people would say this, but how many people could really do it? Chapter 449. After seeing Zhou Wui and the others off, it was already past 1 p.m. Do you have a lot of patients today? Yes, quite a lot, Wang Yao said to his mother while eating. When I got up this morning, I went out to have a look. There were several cars parked there. No one came home, right? Wang Yao was still worried that someone would come home and disturb his parents' normal life. However, after he posted the notice in the clinic, the effect was very obvious. No, that's good. After eating, he chatted with his parents for a while. When he was about to go out, Wang Ru and Du Mingyang came. Du Mingyang was carrying a lot of things in his hands. Uncle, Auntie, Wang Yao. Hey, come in and have a seat. Why do you bring so many things every time you come? Zhang Xiaoying's face changed slightly, but she was still very happy. Hey, Annie, it's just some food. It won't cost much. Du Mingyang was absolutely eloquent. He changed the topic with a few words. Have you eaten? I've eaten. Wang Yao made a pot of tea for them and chatted with them for a while. I have to go to the clinic. There were still people coming to the clinic in the afternoon. Okay, you can go. Wang Yao got up and went to the clinic. Is Wang Yao busy? Du Mingyang asked. Fortunately, because it's the weekend, there are a little more patients coming to see him, Zhang Xiaoying said with a smile. When Wang Yao went out, he happened to meet Sun Yinsheng and Uncle Lin. Hello, Dr. Wang. Hello. He greeted them with a smile. How was the decoration of the house going? The decoration has been completed. I'm going to choose a good day to move in, Sun Yinsheng said. Oh, remember to tell me when the time comes. I'll heat the Kong for you, Wang Yao said with a smile. There were some customs in their village. Moving to a new house was a big event. After choosing a good day, some relatives and friends who got along well with each other would go back to celebrate. It was commonly known as heating the Kong. Okay, I will inform you, Sun Yunxing said with a smile. Let's go to the clinic. It's quite cold outside. AI. The three of them went to the clinic. Wang Yao examined Sun Yunxing first and then began the treatment. The dosage of the medicine had increased. This way, the effect of the medicine would last longer. Moreover, the medicine was stronger and could reach the depths of the internal organs. With the help of his unique and pure neishi, the effect was extraordinary. Sun Yunxing's upper body was naked. Half of his back was fiery red while the other half was fleshy. There wasn't much yang poison left in his body, but it was in the depths of his organs. His body was being repaired by his internal breath, and his damaged foundation was gradually recovering. Soon, Wang Yao felt that Sun Yunxing would recover soon. The old man at the side clicked his tongue in wonder. What kind of realm has his cultivation reached? Sigh. Every time I finish your treatment, I always feel very comfortable. Sun Yunxing expressed his gratitude after the treatment. This is a normal reaction. The yang poison in your body is quickly being removed and eliminated, Wang Yao said. Excuse me for asking, but Dr. Wang, do you know Kung Fu? The old man at the side asked. I know a little bit, Sun Yunxing said. What kind of boxing do you learn? Well, it's quite complicated. Wang Yao thought for a moment. He originally wanted to talk about Tai Chi, but in the current situation, he mainly practiced the ancient boxing scripture from the Zhou family. Do you teach apprentices? I don't have such an idea for the time being. Wang Yao was a little surprised. He didn't expect the old man to ask this question. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. Sun Yunxing and the old man left. Uncle Lin, I remember you asked him if he knew Kung Fu when you came last time. Why do you ask this again? I remember you said you wanted to learn Kung Fu from me, right? The old man asked. I haven't been learning from you, right? It's just that I suddenly got this strange disease and picked it up again these days, Sun Yunxing said. If he is willing to accept apprentices, you have to find a way to worship him as your master, the old man said. Worship him as my master? Why? He said your disease has hurt your foundation, right? Yes, he told my father, Sun Yunxing said. Once a person's foundation is damaged, it's extremely difficult to recover. I can see that his cultivation has already reached a very high level. Even I can't compare to him. Moreover, through his treatment methods, I can roughly guess that he should be practicing Taoist magic, which is the most mellow and pure. If you can practice it, you might be able to repair your damaged foundation through your own efforts, the old man said. I want to learn it, but looking at him, I'm afraid he won't accept apprentices easily. Of course, such a mysterious method can't be taught easily. Anyway, from now on, you will live in this mountain village for a period of time. If you have time, you should walk around more. Your father is not short of money. You should take care of yourself first. Don't think too much about other things and don't ask too much, Uncle Lin said with a smile. Okay, I'll listen to you. In the afternoon, Wang Yao sorted out the day's cases in the clinic. It was getting dark. He heard the squeak of the door outside. Someone should have come in. Hey, the small courtyard is very exquisite. A man's voice was heard. This was the first time Du Mingyang had come to Wang Yao's clinic. He was very surprised to see the very unique layout of the courtyard. Hey, are those grapes? The leaves haven't all fallen yet. In the courtyard, it was not only bleak in winter, but also green vitality. Sister, why are you here? He insisted to come and have a look. Wang Ru pointed to Du Mingyang, who was looking around. Come in and sit down. No hurry, I'll take a look first. Du Mingyang was obviously very curious. After looking around carefully, he entered the room. Wang Yao had already made tea for them. Have some tea. Thank you. Who designed your courtyard? Du Mingyang asked curiously. Myself. Yourself? Aren't you studying biotechnology? Do you also know landscape design? Haha, don't I also know medicine? Wang Yao asked with a smile. Well, yes. Du Mingyang took a sip of tea. The fragrance of the tea was rich and mellow. Good tea. Huh. A friend gave it to me, Wang Yao said. It's good Chiman black tea, Wang Ru whispered. Chiman black tea? Du Mingyang asked. Is it famous? I haven't heard of it. Of course. He didn't say that he hadn't heard of it. It would seem that he was too ignorant and uncultured. Do you have any more? No, why? Wang Yao said. Nothing. Wang Ru said. Do you want to drink it or give it to someone else? Wang Yao was keenly aware of the changes in his sister after she came back this time. She seemed to have become much gentler, and she didn't yell at Du Mingyang anymore. Was she conquered by him? Wang Ru was about to scold Du Mingyang when she heard a soft voice outside. Excuse me, is Dr. Wang in? Yes, please come in. It was Lucien who came in with something in his hand. Hello, Dr. Wang. Hello, please have a seat. What are you doing? Oh, I went back to Beijing the day before yesterday. I didn't bring anything. Here's some roast ducks. They are quite authentic. Would you like to have a taste? Lucien smiled and put the gift box on the table. As the saying goes, goose feathers are sent from 1,000 miles away. Wang Yao accepted the gift. Correspondingly, he would charge less for the medical fee. Lucien's illness was recovering well. It was estimated that he would be completely recovered in less than 10 days. Really, after hearing Wang Yao's words, Lucien was so happy that he almost jumped on the spot. He expressed his gratitude and left. He's from Beijing? Du Mingyang, who had seen the scene, was surprised. Yes. Why did he come here to see a doctor? Is he doing business in Lianshan County? No, his family is in Beijing. He came here because he heard about it from a friend, Wang Yao explained. Is his illness strange? It's quite strange. No matter how strange the illness is, if it can't be cured in Beijing, it can be cured here. However, this roast duck looks very authentic. I don't know how it tastes. Of course, Du Mingyang couldn't say this out loud. He couldn't even show the slightest bit of his thought, doubting the medical skills and ability of his future brother-in-law. He was not stupid. He still wanted to live a good life with his wife. Chapter 450. In the evening, they tasted the roast duck that Lucien brought back from Jing City. It was delicious. Well, the taste is very pure, Wang Yao said with a smile. Have you eaten it? Of course, Du Mingyang said. He had been to Jing City several times. Shening had taken him to all the famous restaurants in Jing City. It was delicious. Du Mingyang was a typical person who couldn't eat without meat. He could eat a roast duck by himself, but after all, he was the son-in-law of Wang Ru's family. To be precise, he was a candidate, so he tried his best to suppress it and ate a lot. After dinner, Wang Yao's family asked Du Mingyang to stay for the night. This time, Wang Ru didn't say anything or object, so Du Mingyang stayed happily. He stayed in Wang Yao's room. After all, he didn't want to stay at home at night. Well, Yao, how about I go up the mountain with you tonight? Du Mingyang heard that Wang Yao was going up the mountain at night, so he took the initiative to ask to go with him. Of course, he was just being polite. No, I'm used to it. You can stay at home, Wang Yao said with a smile. It's cold. You should wear more clothes. Isn't it cold on the mountain? I'm used to it. Du Mingyang put on a down jacket and a thin shirt and went up the mountain. With his current level of cultivation, even if he was naked, he wouldn't feel cold. The reason why he dressed like this was that he didn't want his parents to worry about him. It's so cold, but you still want to go up the mountain? Are the herbs on the mountain so valuable? Du Mingyang asked Wang Ru in confusion. He's used to it, Wang Ru said. Besides, it's good on the mountain. It's good. What's so good about it? I'll take you up there tomorrow. Okay. The next morning, Wang Yao received a call from his family as soon as he finished practicing. They asked him to go down the mountain for dinner. When he returned home, he saw that Du Mingyang was happily busy, carrying bowls and chopsticks. Yeah, you're back. He greeted him warmly. Did you get used to it quickly? Are there many patients today? Wang Ru asked while eating. It's hard to say, but today is the weekend. There will probably be more patients, Wang Yao said. According to past experience, there were indeed more patients on the weekend than usual. I'll leave you to it then. What's up? I'm fine. After breakfast, Wang Yao went to the clinic. Needless to say, someone came to see the doctor early in the morning. Wang Ru helped her mother pack up and tidy up the house. Du Mingli helped with some chores and tidied up the house. Dad, Mom, I'm going out with Ming Yang for a while. Oh, okay. They went out the door and headed south. Outside the clinic, he saw 4 cars parked by the roadside. There were also a few motorcycles. There were people going in and out of the clinic. Oh, are these all here to see the doctor? Du Mingyang asked. Yeah, that's right. Yao's business is not bad. He exclaimed, it's only 9 o'clock. These people drove here, which means that they left around 8 o'clock. It's rare to see a doctor in this valley. Let's go. I'll take you up the mountain to have a look. Don't you want to tell Yao? No need. The two went up the mountain along the mountain road. The mountain wind was cold. It was a little painful when it blew on their faces like needles. The mountains on both sides of the road were full of trees and withered weeds. There was no vitality at all. This mountain is not interesting, Du Mingyang said. Not to mention the coldness, the most important thing was the bleakness. He really didn't understand why his brother-in-law wanted to go up the mountain at night. Could it be that there were treasures planted on the mountain? Yes, Wang Ru responded faintly. After turning around a mountain, Du Mingyang suddenly stopped his footsteps. What? He saw that the mountain not far away was green, which was a sharp contrast with the yellow and colorless surroundings. Is that Nanshan Hill? He asked subconsciously. Yes, let's go. At the foot of the mountain, the wind seemed to become a lot weaker. As they went up the mountain, Du Mingyang felt that the temperature was getting warmer. When he came to the outside of the herbal field, he didn't feel cold anymore. He saw the trees that were nearly as thick as a child's wrist. The trees could move. Damn it, the trees can move. Suddenly, he felt a wave of dizziness. Be careful, don't stare at those trees, Wang Ru reminded him softly. What's the matter? Du Mingyang looked sideways at Wang Ru with a face full of surprise. I don't know. Yao said he planted something in the herbal field. It will cause hallucinations with the trees, Wang Ru said. Damn it, it's really mysterious. The way into the herbal field had been blocked by Wang Yao. The outside battle array had been activated. Wang Ru, who had been here several times, couldn't find the way in after a few rounds. She was also a little dizzy because of the trees. However, through the outside, one could see that the medicinal fields inside were exceptionally lush and green. What was that? Du Mingyang saw a dog, which was the size of a calf. It stood there and looked at them. Let's go, we won't go in, Wang Ru said. Okay, we won't go in, Du Mingyang said. He was surprised enough. He didn't want to go in and never come out. What on earth did my brother-in-law do? It's so mysterious. He went down the mountain and felt cold again. Hey, why did I feel very comfortable when I was on the mountain just now? It was like spring. He obviously felt that the climate on the mountain was different from the one at the foot of the mountain. The difference was too big. Yao said that the trees he planted changed the local climate on the mountain, so this happened, Wang Ru explained. In fact, she herself felt that this reason was a little far-fetched. Oh. Du Mingyang just responded and didn't ask any more questions. However, he realized that this brother-in-law of his was definitely not ordinary. When they went down the mountain, they found that the number of vehicles outside the clinic didn't decrease. Instead, it increased. Several cars were gone. There were even 2 luxury cars. What's the situation? Rich people also come to see the doctor? Although society had a certain opinion about some rich people, you had to admit that most of the rich people had something different. Their vision and courage were beyond ordinary people, which allowed them to have extraordinary wealth. Often, the more rich people were, the more they cared about their life and health. What kind of disease is Yao good at treating? I don't know. He seems to know a little about everything, Wang Ru said. Yes. What do you want to do? Nothing. I'm just asking. Wang Yao was busy all morning. He didn't even have time to drink water. It was past 1 o'clock in the afternoon after the last patient was sent away. Yao, time to eat. After several phone calls, Du Mingyang directly came to call him in person. Okay, I see. After Wang Yao packed up the things in the clinic, he went home with Du Mingyang. Were you busy this morning? Yes, there were a lot of people here. Well, are you good at treating diseases? It's hard to say. I know a little about everything, Wang Yao said after thinking carefully for a while. A little about everything? Yes, what's wrong? Nothing. I'm just asking. The lunch was very sumptuous. Wang Yao also drank a little wine with his father. Yao, are there any restrictions on your treatment? Restrictions? Yes, Wang Yao said. What restrictions? There are 6 types of patients that I don't treat. I don't treat them if I don't like them, Wang Yao explained with a smile. Well, Then I know what to do, Du Mingyang said. What do you want to do? Wang Ru asked softly. Can you introduce a few clients to Yao? No need, Wang Ru said. She knew her brother's temperament very well. He didn't seem to care about the number of patients. He also didn't care about money. I'm telling the truth. Okay, I see. There are not so many people in the afternoon. Only 2 old people accompanied by their children came to see the doctor. They didn't have any major problems. They just had a headache or fever. Are you going back at night? Yes. Would you like to stay for one night? Although they came back almost every week, Zhang Xiaoying still wanted his wife to stay for one more night. No thanks. Hey, brother Du, come here. Wang Yao called Du Mingyang to the alley. I can see that you like my sister very much. Of course, I will marry no one but her in my life, Du Mingyang said. Then you have to be good to her. Don't worry, absolutely no problem. He patted his chest. Chapter 451. My sister has a bad temper, Wang Yao said. She's good, Du Mingyang said. That's good, Wang Mingyang said. Crack. He tore a piece of cement from the wall. Hey, this building is of poor quality. He smiled and crushed the cement into powder. No way. Du Mingyang smiled and picked up the first piece of cement that fell on the ground. He squeezed it hard. It hurt my hand. Nothing else. Nothing else. After talking, the 2 of them went home. Du Mingli always felt that his future brother-in-law had something to say to him. After having dinner early, Wang Ru and Du Mingyang drove away. Hey, Xiaoru, can I ask you something? What's the matter? Does Yao know anything other than medicine? Wang Ru asked. Yes, he also knows Kung Fu, Wang Ru said. Really? Of course, Wang Ru said. How far has he practiced? I'm not sure, Wang Ru said. The kind that can break a big stone with his chest. Wang Ru said calmly. She had heard from her parents that Wang Yao could easily lift a boulder that weighed a few hundred kilograms and send it flying. What? Du Mingyang was stunned. Good heavens, this is a reminder to me. He now understood why Wang Yao asked him to go out and crush the cement in front of him. By the way, what did Yao say to you when he asked you to go out? Nothing. He just talked to me and asked me to treat you well, Du Mingyang said. Okay, Wang Ru replied. In the mountain village. Hey, I think Xiaoru is going to succeed. Zhang Xiaoying was at home discussing her daughter's matter with her husband. Xiao Du is a good young man. Wang Fenghua had a good impression of him. Xiaoru has changed a lot. Oh, if they could be together, it will be good. I asked someone to tell Xiaoru that if she can find the right person, she won't have to worry and suffer for the rest of her life. Zhang Xiaoying said happily, as if it was true. Look at how happy you are. The lights on Nanshan Hill were dim. Wang Yao received a phone call in the evening. The call came from a faraway place, which surprised him. Su Xiaoxue was in Beijing. Hello, sir. Her voice was a little ethereal and shy, 1,000 li away. It took Su Xiaoxue a lot of courage to call Wang Yao. Hello, Xiaoxue. Wang Yao was very surprised. Have you been better recently? Much better. My nausea has also increased a little. That's good. Thank you. Are you busy recently? It's all right. On the other end of the phone, Su Xiaoxue didn't know what to say. She had thought of a lot of questions before the call, but she forgot all of them when they started chatting. She just felt very nervous. When will you be free to come to the capital again? We'll have to wait for a while, Wang Yao said. After saying a few words, Su Xiaoxue thanked him again and said hello, then hung up the phone. After hanging up the phone, she pouted and said, Well, I still have a lot to say. She didn't even notice that her face was slightly red. Wang Yao didn't go to bed until about 11 o'clock late at night on the hill. The next morning, the weather was a little gloomy. Early in the morning, a car came to the mountain village. There were 2 people in the car, both of whom looked in their 30s. Is this the place? Yes. I'll go and have a look, one of them said and got out of the car. The door of the clinic was closed. He knocked a few times, but no one answered. He then went back to the car and waited. No one is inside. Let's wait for a while. They waited in the car for nearly half an hour, but they still didn't see anyone. TSK, you said his home is here, right? Yes, but he made a rule that we can't go to his home. Is there a special situation? We can't always wait here. I'll go and ask. Well, I suggest you don't go, the driver said. Wait here. The man got out of the car and asked a villager. He went to Wang Yao's home and met Wang Yao's parents. You want to see Yao? Okay. Wang Yao, who had received a phone call on the hill, frowned slightly. This was the first person to come to his home these days. After going down the hill, he saw a car. Is that him? The man in the car also saw him. It should be. I'll go and ask. The middle-aged man got out of the car again. Hello, are you Dr. Wang? I am. Did you come to my home? Yes, it's me, the man in glasses said. Are you here to see the doctor? No, it's not me. Is the patient very sick? Wang Yao asked. Yes, it's a little serious. Can't you wait? Well, I've been waiting for a while, the man in glasses said with a smile. Just don't do it again, Wang Yao said. Oh, okay. Wang Yao opened the door of the clinic. The middle-aged man followed him in. He was very surprised to see the exquisite small courtyard. Almost everyone who came for the first time had the same reaction. Okay, you can ask the patient to come over, Wang Yao said. Oh, he didn't come today. What do you mean? I hope you can make a house call. It's not suitable for him to go out. Is he afraid of the cold? That's not it. Is he afraid of the wind? Not really, the middle-aged man said. His identity is a bit special. Oh, Wang Yao smiled. Special? Sorry, I don't want to make a house call for the time being. I can pay the consultation fee. Name your price. Sorry. Wang Yao directly expressed his refusal. Think about it carefully again. No need to think about it. Maybe you will change your mind. Remember to call me when the time comes. The man left a phone number and left. Humph, you don't know what's good for you. As soon as he went out, the man's face changed. Where is he? The driver, who was waiting in the car, asked. He doesn't make a house call. Oh, then let's ask the leader to come over. If he wanted to come over, we wouldn't have to come here. What should we do? Of course, let's ask Dr. Wang to change his mind. The man in the middle pushed his glasses up. He's just a small doctor. Don't underestimate him. I heard that even people from Dao and Jing have come to see him. Really? But he's in Lianshan. In the afternoon, Wang Yao had just finished lunch. He went to the clinic and read medical books for a while. At about 2 p.m., a car drove into the mountain village. Is this the place? Yes, this is it. You have to say, the construction of this house is really beautiful. After the car stopped, 2 people got out. They went straight in without knocking on the door. Hello, are you Wang Yao? Yes, I am. May I ask who you are? Oh, we're from the Health Bureau. This is our ID. The 2 people first showed their ID and then stated their purpose. This is my medical qualification certificate. This is my business license. Wang Yao took out the relevant certificates. Are you a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner? Yes. Take a look at your herbs. They went to the medicine box. Do these herbs have the relevant certificates? Huh. Wang Yao was stunned. Wait a minute. Wang Yao took out the certificates. Some of the herbs he bought from Li Maoshuang had the relevant inspection and quarantine certificates. Some of the herbs he grew himself did not send for inspection, but there was no problem. Who would need to test the wheat they grew themselves? This is not complete, right? Some of them are grown by me. I don't need to prove this, do I? According to the relevant regulations, you need to prove it. Wang Yao now understood that the 2 people were looking for trouble. Why do you need to prove it? When you grow corn and wheat, you don't need to prove it. It's not the same thing. What if you grow some illegal herbs? All right, let's not talk about it anymore. According to the relevant regulations, you need to pay a fine. Just pay the fine, Wang Yao asked calmly. Yes, one of them said. While they were talking, a patient came in. Dr. Wang, are you busy? Oh, please sit down and wait for a moment, Wang Yao said with a smile. You can go back. I won't pay the fine. If you don't pay, your business license will be revoked, one of them said. You can try. You are quite unreasonable, one of them said with a change of expression. Hurry up and leave. You are not welcome here. Wait for me. Chapter 452. It was a familiar line, but nothing new. Dr. Wang, who are they? Asked the man sitting next to him. 2 patients, said Wang Yao. Patients? What's wrong with them? Asked the man. There's something wrong with them. Wang Yao pointed to his head with a smile. What's wrong with you? Asked the man. Oh, I've been having a stomachache recently, but they didn't find anything wrong with me when I went to the hospital. Can you please take a look at me? Asked the man. Okay, I'll take a look at you, said the man. This guy is so arrogant, said the man. He wants us to have a try. Okay, let's have a try. Let's see who's afraid of whom, said the man. Look at him. He must be related to him, said the man. Relationship? Humph. Who can be more powerful than him? They knew why they had suddenly come here. Someone from the top was looking for trouble. As for why they found the young man in the ravine, they didn't understand at first. However, after seeing Wang Yao's arrogance, they understood. He was so arrogant that he needed to be taught a lesson. They returned to the station and quickly wrote the relevant report. They were ready to revoke his business license, but they were stopped at the station. What do you mean by not all the relevant documents? Asked the man. Quite a number of herbs don't have qualified certificates, said the man. Hey, go and take a look at those Chinese pharmacies. Which one of them has the source of the herbs and the certificate of qualification? That's enough. It's not easy for them to open a shop. You have to understand, the deputy director said earnestly. Well, what's going on? The person who delivered the document was stunned. This was completely unexpected. What's going on? Could it be that our deputy director knows that person? Is that why he's so unreasonable? In fact, he thought too much. The reason why the deputy director wanted to help Wang Yao was that Wang Yao had cured his mother's old leg. For this matter, his old mother had expressed her gratitude to the young doctor many times in front of him. Therefore, when he saw the place and the name, he immediately knew who Wang Yao was. Most people knew how to be grateful. In this case, he naturally wanted to help Wang Yao. Oh, okay. I'll go back first, said the man. Okay, said the man. That person immediately took the report back. How was it? Asked the man. Was it rejected? What? Deputy Director Chen didn't agree. It has something to do with that Wang Yao. It's hard to say. I'll call that person back later. All right, this matter should be settled by him. In another office in the bureau. Impossible, absolutely impossible. Please tell County Magistrate Liu that our bureau will definitely act according to the rules and will not condone any illegal activities. I promise. After hanging up the phone, the director, who had promised, immediately made a phone call. Then, he ran to his office alone. The first thing he needed to do now was to figure out why the Great Conclave would make this call. The next day, Wang Yao's business license was revoked. It was still the same two people who came to deal with the relevant matters. At this time, their faces were full of arrogance. Weren't you unconvinced? Didn't you want us to try? What do you think? Wang Yao didn't say anything and just smiled. Everyone, I'm sorry. My business license has been revoked. I can't continue to treat everyone, he said to a few patients who were still waiting for treatment. How can we do that? We came all the way here. Why did you revoke the license? That's right, you're all blind. A man among the people who saw the doctor blurted out such a sentence. It was not easy for it to be his mother's turn. Suddenly, the two people suddenly acted like this. No matter who it was, they would be angry. It was like waiting in line for half the night to buy tickets to go home for Chinese New Year. In the end, the ticket seller said that the tickets were sold out. How would you feel? Would you have the impulse to set the ticket hall on fire? You? How can you say that? What? What did I say about you? The man stood up. Good Lord, he was 1.9 tall with a strong back and a strong waist. What are you looking at? The two people didn't say anything and left gloomily. Hey, did you forget to ask him to pay the fine? Pay the fine? Just say that he refused to cooperate. Let the relevant departments deal with it. He was really afraid that he would be beaten up by the angry man at this time. Dr. Wang, why did they revoke your business license? They said that I didn't complete the paperwork. It's not complete. It's fine as long as you can treat patients. Hey, I have a friend in the health bureau. I'll find time to help you ask. Don't bother. How about this? I'll treat all the patients this morning. I won't let you come in vain. Okay. The patients and their families were very happy to hear that. Why did they come? Wasn't it just to see a doctor? In the morning, Wang Yao treated them very seriously. They were very happy to leave. Hey, Dr. Wang is such a good person with such good medical skills. It would be a pity if he couldn't be a doctor. That's right. The patients were still talking. They had finished treating all the patients. They just felt that it was a pity. Almost. Wang Yao looked at the panel of the system. Just a little bit more, and he could upgrade. What's the matter? Tian Yun too, who came to discuss something with Wang Yao in the afternoon, happened to see Wang Yao explaining to two patients. My license was revoked. Why? It's nothing. I guess I offended someone. Dr. Wang, we've come all the way here. Why don't you take a look? We won't talk about it when we go out. Yes, we won't talk about it. Okay, I'll take a look. Seeing that the two patients were old, he didn't want to let them come in vain. Wait here for a moment. Go ahead. Tian Yuanta made a cup of tea for himself and sat aside to watch Wang Yao treat the patients. One of the patients had a headache and the other had an old leg. The first patient was slightly better. Wang Yao directly used Neishi to treat him by massaging his acupoints. As for the second patient, in addition to the massage, he also gave him a dose of medicine. After the two patients were treated, they suddenly heard the system prompt that they could upgrade. Phew, I can finally upgrade. Tell me what's going on. Tian Yuanta asked after the patients had left. Wang Yao then told him what had happened. Okay, I'll make a call and ask. Tian Yuanta made a phone call and asked a person. Okay, thank you. Then he made another phone call. County Magistrate Dai, it's me. Haha, I have something to trouble you with. Yes, there are no violations. You know, Secretary Yang's mother came to see the doctor. I know. You tell Dr. Wang not to worry. I'll deal with it. County Magistrate Dai hung up the phone and immediately picked up the phone on the table and dialed a number. Is Zhang Ziqing there? Come to my office immediately. In the health bureau, a chubby middle-aged man trotted downstairs. He got into the car, waiting downstairs. Go to the county committee, quick. He didn't know why Deputy County Magistrate Dai was looking for him. He didn't sound very good. In the car, he tried to recall his work during this period. There was no big problem. However, Deputy County Magistrate Dai was in charge of health and education. He was basically the next county magistrate. He usually paid attention to him. After entering the office, Deputy County Magistrate Dai said something. He immediately understood what he meant. Good Lord, it turns out to be for him. I'll go back and do it right away. Okay. Zhang Ziqing returned to the office and immediately made a phone call. Come to my office right away. Run. You guys don't use your brains when doing things. Do you need me to teach you everything? He scolded the two men for a while. One of them was a deputy county magistrate in the standing committee, while the other was a marginalized deputy county magistrate. He knew who was more important. Then, Chief, send him back. Apologize. What? Is there a problem? No. Do it right away. Call me back before you get off work. The two men left the office and hurriedly took out the business license. Then they drove to the mountain village. It was already past 4 p.m. What the hell is going on? You're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.